Aurora's living it large. Honestly, has 2 players. I think that's what I'm most surprised by. But Top has been having a really, really good day today. I think he's currently topping the damage meters. Well, hey, with Reefus playing alongside him up there.
Ooh, well, Zone moves in, still has actually a bit of favour towards Aurora with the position they were set up in, but this battle between Ulf and Vitality has been going on. Meanwhile, amongst it, S2G start to crash onto Tianba. The drum starting to beat. Just outside the doorway, shots into the back line. Heels being pulled out as QZZ tops himself back up. Hands so low as well. You're going to be caught on a wrap. Wow, somehow gets past the door. Oh, mate.
Now is
bullets bouncing by him. Giving him a short back and side with a haircut, but he's still alive. Nades into the long building.
Plus, earn ad credit rebates
lucky there. Almost went upstairs as the nade came through. Joker will finally go down. I mean, he Arena was certainly making some enemies, stinging away at some of the players around the map there. But for Tianba, they've got to love this longhouse, and holding on to it is the name of the game. Sadly, no Milu here to make those 1v4s happen. Only 2 players from S2G, so not looking like another chicken dinner going forward. Desperate to take this longhouse off of them though, and hold out all the teams coming in from the northeast. Molly goes down, forces Hamzy G into the homestead.
Yeah, they got the read though, they know the info. Heard the thunderfooting of the footsteps as he plays close on the stairs. Meanwhile, Vitality continuing to put pressure onto Godlike, holding the back line. Ulf stealing away some of the points as well, as Razy will get hit heavy. Razak down as well, calling for backup from Axel that's got about 1 point of health left. And that's Nonshin Red Force that are lighting him up with So Easy coming in. Only Vexy left then. Scary scenes for Vitality. Nades being cooked out from Scarface and dash back down onto Nonshin Red Force. Still waiting, lying, prepared to strike for the S2G side, close towards Tiamba's compound. 4 different
40 comeback करेगी comeback यार आएगा comeback आएगा टेंशन नहीं लेनी इंशाल्लाह 40 का comeback आएगा कल का दिन पड़ा है स्मैश रूल में इंशाल्लाह स्मैश रूल में हम आ जाएंगे स्मैश रूल में एक चिकन करना है वो हम चिकन कर लेंगे यार टेंशन ही नहीं है यार
Unbeknownst to them, this is a 5-man team inside the building. We're lost. Hamzy G and Tianba underneath. Smoke start to bloom. Nongshim takes quite a lot of damage though, as Godlike starts to push on through, whilst Ulf maintains a little bit of help.
Flash just sprinting in, clear towards the top side of their area of the building. Meanwhile, A-King starts to respond back in kind onto S2G. QZZ with a smooth move and giving them the Texas 2-step and dancing past the bullets. That's how S2G go down. More pressure could potentially be coming their way though.
Has to play the outside now. Love that from A-King though. Just decided to push up. Sadly, Wind's already on the roof.
Tension ही लेनी वापस आएंगे.
Will flush out the player. QZZ gets in the building with the S12K underneath. There's Eagle lurking as per usual. Gets the first aid kit off. Greeds for it. Zeus low. Mozi's down and Tianba is making the hold here. 1 player left remaining. He moves out. It is just Eagle, I believe, left here for the team.
Oh, he tried to bait him back on the double step into the building. Thankfully for Flash, Win finds that one on the reply. He can't pull a fast one on him, but that's a quick way to go down for the last member of Aurora. They fall as well, and the numbers get fewer and fewer as we go down to our last 4 squads. Flash, Godlike, Ida, and Ulf remain. Ulf have been battling Godlike after Vitality.
Hello, आवाज को लिफ्ट नहीं आंजी इरफान खान साहब की हाल ने की कर रहे इरफान खान हाँ भी ब्लोच क्या में
Godlike's playing a split right now. They've got Salme over on the western side keeping tabs over towards Ida.
गरम है अल्लाह का ब्रो आप सुनाओ आप कैसे हो क्या हाल चाल है आप कैसी तबीयत है आपकी Welcome to the stream, welcome everyone.
Towards them as Win makes this swing. What's over the moment? S-Power and Admino just not giving up though. They're going to send in good shots from Aaron. Tries to take down Win quickly, but Godlike's in through the back lines. 1 player left alive here. Scarface tries to hold it down.
Walaikum salam.
Keep the hope alive here for Ulf as S-Power takes advantage of the momentary distraction. And that's just with 2 players here. Now they look to take the task versus Ida. It is Godlike, Ida. A 3 versus 3. Nades forward. It's good. Straight to the vehicle. Opens up the boot. looks for more.
They thought they found the weakness. The isolated off-angle play from saamne. They run him down with the vehicles, but he blows away the first line of defense with a nade and leaves them in dire straits now. 2v3, trying to pull back while still fighting. Last bit of offensive utility thrown out by saamne. He's got to get his head down. Off-angle split between the two EDA players. S-Power.
वालेकुम सलाम, क्या हाल चाल है? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम गाइस, वेलकम एवरीवन. क्या हाल चाल है? कैसी तबीयत है गाइस?
Could be good to at least force S-Power back out into the open.
Good damage over towards S-Power there, like you say. Doesn't force him out though, he just holds his ground. Nade bounces off the rooftop, but saamne's not bothered. Dark in now, swinging side to side, just about gets to cover, but not before S-Power hits the shot. Now just Rita.
इंडियन टीम चिकन डिनर करने लगी है भाई. Last.
The terrifying trio of Godlike being fired up. The ferocious crowd here in France giving them their energy. Chant after chant, screaming the name Godlike, but can they do the arena proud as Rita makes a move? Bullets on target, gonna hit the deck. He's low, he's trapped, and Godlike know that they are inches away from grabbing the chicken dinner. saamne with the elevated peak, they're looking for the shots. Rita, gotta make the move. Peeks back up, fires, the warning's over. That's one knocked as Rita looks to hold on. Can he somehow clutch this? Cut short in the final moment as Godlike find it.
भाई क्लच था ये.
But he brought it back into full clear picture. Godlike grabbed themselves a chicken here. They've been getting closer and closer to that meal, and it's here right at the end of the day.
इंडियन टीम चिकन करेगी, क्या बात.
To be here at EWC 26 for PMWC. You'll hear that organization's name echoing through the hall as the fans cheer on their squad. That chicken dinner locked in.
कौन सी टीम है? इंडियन टीम ने चिकन किया है.
Securing the dinner to give themselves a
इंडिया की टीम थी ये.
setting their sights at climbing up the rankings.
Again, for them, I think today and yesterday, it's just been a case of slowly but surely understanding every different scenario, how they want to play it out. But they have, like I said, just inched ever closer towards that victory. It's a nice set of adaptations coming through from this team. It was clear at the start they had a little bit of a slow burn to them. But the fire's definitely starting to roar a little bit now here for Godlike, and a good ending over on Miramar. What was quite a difficult circle to play.
Yeah, played it to the best of their ability as well, right? So many back-to-back fights where they were just thrown into the blender.
Yeah.
कोई नहीं, स्मैश रूल आज अप्लाई होगा गाइस. कम बैक मारेंगे. डे 2 है फाइनल का गाइस. स्मैश रूल में हमने चिकन करके सब कुछ ही तबाह कर देना है.
Intense, like, you know, 5 to 7 minutes there of action.
This S-Power guy though.
Oh, he's giving it. He's bossing it.
He is giving it.
And they love him.
He is giving it. I mean,
कोई नहीं गाइस, कम बैक करते हैं कम बैक इंशाल्लाह. टेंशन नहीं है.
Kind of ruling the lobby at the moment. It was cool to see saamne play that out. I think saamne has some really good off angles for the team, and he's a reliable player. It's quite rare to find that in a team where you can just rely on that one guy to do his job, picture perfect, and not go down in the meantime, because they were fighting 2 different fights at the same time.
Mate,
yeah, well done.
That's the difference of it as well, right? That off-angle setup, when they crunched in with the vehicles, they've seen that as like, oh, this is a weaker knee. If we get that one pick here, we can actually try and steamroll and play off the back of this. The fact that he didn't panic, didn't overstep, cooks the nade, gets it off, and buys the team time to win that one. Incredible play from saamne. Big chicken dinner, but so much more to come. We'll see you in a sec.
Welcome back to PMWC at EWC 26. My name is the 7WG. I'm joined by Maxman and also Snowix, a professional player for PUBG Mobile Esports. Snowix, what are you doing here?
You know, I'm chilling around. I'm sitting at the booth of PUBG Mobile for the collaboration of.
टेंशन नहीं है गाइस, वापस आते हैं, कम बैक मारते हैं.
With fun and watching the match.
Oh, he's going to play some Brain Rot Royale as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a very fun booth. But I want to ask you, you're watching the game, Snowix. Who is your team that you're predicting to be the champions here at this event?
At the start, I predicted E-Arena and Nigma, but the way Nigma and S2G playing right now are really amazing, and I guess it's going to be between one of these two.
If you had to pick one, I'm being complicated,
Yeah, come
sorry.
on now.
Nigma, because they are my ex-teammates.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Nigma Galaxy looking kind of good.
They are looking kind of good, especially with the numbers that they've been able to put up. What team has surprised you here in day two?
S2G, definitely.
Those back-to-backs?
Yeah, they 3 chicken today, no? 2? Yeah, they play very well.
Yeah, very impressive. I do have a question for you, though, of course. Position here in this tournament, Hustler Crew, took it away from you. I want to know, can you make us any promises as to what you might deliver in the full season of this year?
We're going to give our best, and the goal going to be to reach all global final.
Hell yeah, love to see it. Let's go.
Okay, we'll be waiting for you at PMGO Season 2 in Pakistan and also PMGC in Turkey. Thank you so much for joining us. Snowis, Maxman, 7WG, back to PMWC at EWC 26.
I've been stagnant for years.
I felt that loneliness too. All I ever wanted was for you to be here.
We were there for every click, every
Questions we have had from Godlike, we finally got the answer. I'm sorry. That was, yo, props for running. You know, props for running. But
For the rotation of many teams in this tournament, actually. That's quite good.
Just reenacting what happened in the game.
It was really scary late. Towards the end there, super scary from Godlike. I
thought you
thought
meant
that we were about to
Sorry.
It was scary.
Thought you meant scary from Neptura in that rotation. But look, absolutely impeccable. It was a little bit scary, but of course we believe in the clutch ability from his power and the way that they were able to fully swing on Nongshim, right? And then you think, oh, okay, Ulf might come and contend that. No, they're going to absolutely obliterate them too, putting themselves in that nice position. Obviously, they had such great support as well, but to have that front line and to be able to come from that rotation that they did and to calculate, I mean, it is tough because you don't know what other teams are going to be doing, but to calculate that sort of swing on the southern side, heck yeah.
Heck yeah, indeed. And for Godlike, a team that definitely needs the points, this puts them in contention, Max. If they get another win or if they have a strong finish here, they could end up challenging for that top 5.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility right now, but I love in particular this game when you're looking at Godlike, they just put down the hammer and said, this is our position on the western side, forcing teams not ready to crash onto them, but forcing teams to avoid the fight, right? Especially in Ida, forcing them to go for a wider northern rotation, Al-Ula eventually just crashing and completely failing in their attempt to actually get control of that western side. This is a very impressive Godlike we saw this game.
Yes.
We don't see it very often, but this is, in terms of oppression in the tournament, this is one of their best games so far.
It is. And the thing, Natura, is that this team, just to remind everybody, it is their first international event, first international finals for all these players, and they're being able to put up the numbers. Hey. And boy, that makes me happy seeing S Power. Not only the great hair, the great gameplay from him, but you could kind of see the inexperience there towards the end of the match. And that's one thing that I'm kind of happy they're going through this and they're gaining this experience, because next time they're going to be ready, they're going to be more prepared, and they will be able to just finish off that match a lot easier.
No, absolutely. They will be able to finish the next win they get, because I doubt this is their last. They will be able to finish it off much better, but just with a bigger bang. I totally agree. I think overall they did play that final fight.
ये मैच अगर 40 विन करता है ना, 40 अगर विन करे ये मैच, 40 को एक मैच विन करना चाहिए आज के दिन, तो कम से कम 40 को मैच विन करना चाहिए गाइस, क्योंकि इस मैच के बाद स्मैश रूल अप्लाई हो जाएगा कल के लिए, 10 पॉइंट एक्स्ट्रा मिलके स्मैश रूल बन जाएगा गाइस। तो स्मैश रूल में अगर कल के दिन अगर 20-30 पॉइंट का फर्क हुआ, 20 पॉइंट का फर्क हुआ, फिर तो स्मैश रूल पे पहुंच जाएगी 40.
They were getting rid of one player of Flash just to make sure they get the extra elimination and placement point. And then Somme hits that. Of course, it was not like a top speed vehicle coming in his way, but still, Somme, his utility is some of the best I've seen from this team so far. Of course, Rita, I was believing this might be the.
ये होना चाहिए चिकन. हाँ, ये चिकन होना चाहिए. ये अगर चिकन होगा ना तो बहुत फायदा है इसका, क्योंकि स्मैश रूल के लिए अप्लाई हो जाएगा ना, फिर तो करीब हो जाएंगे स्मैश रूल के. ये देखा ना, स्मैश रूल के करीब हो जाएंगे. जितना करीब होंगे स्मैश रूल के उतना फायदा होगा. फिर एक चिकन करना है कप अपना. Welcome everyone. बेपरवाह वेलकम ब्रो.
Yeah, Ulf actually really good fight they had on the side of Tiamba. At one point they were getting a little bit involved on the third party distance.
एक चिकन करना चाहिए यार 40 को. हाँ, एक चिकन 40 को ये करना चाहिए. लास्ट मैच है आज के दिन का. ये अगर चिकन कर लिया ना इन्होंने, चलो कम से कम 20 पॉइंट भी उठाते हैं ना, तो कल अगर आके ये फिर एक दो मैचों में 20 पॉइंट उठा के स्मैश रूल पे चले जाएंगे. जब स्मैश रूल पे चले जाएंगे उसके बाद ये होगा कि बस चिकन करना है.
Is a team that I know they're going to be willing to iterate and make changes if needed, but yeah, right now a bit shaky.
Bit shaky. Another team that has been shaky and has been very, very shaky is Fudia. Because Fudia
चिकन पूरे टूर्नामेंट में चिकन नहीं आया, और मुझे ऐसी फील आ रही है कि स्मैश रूल वाला चिकन हम ही करेंगे.
0 eliminations and 2 eliminations. Not what we were expecting here out of Fudia.
What was that? Sorry again, 7?
0 eliminations, 0 eliminations, 0 eliminations. And 2 eliminations.
Oh, they got back in the car, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your fault. You gave them the license.
Yeah, I gave them license, but
SMH
revoking it for the second time. No, look, it just becomes.
हो जाएगा कमबैक. होना चाहिए यार, कमबैक बनता है. इधर एक आधा कमबैक, एक मैच चाहिए, सिर्फ एक मैच अगर निकाले ना ये अच्छा. चलें चिकन भी ना निकालें, लेकिन किल इतने होंगे, प्लेस 2-3 भी इनफ है. अगर चिकन कम से कम 20 पॉइंट का एक मैच खेल लेंगे.
Yesterday they were doing where they were actually prioritizing placement. What I did like from them on this map particularly, they did get into that rotation a lot earlier than they traditionally do, but it felt incredibly short because they are tunnel visioning on trying to get those eliminations. So it's like it's a hit and miss for Furia, but like once they get that ball rolling with the limbs, they're making the plays.
Yeah,
they want those positions, but if they're standing still, getting caught out, they just pull their pants down.
Well, if they want to be challenging for that first place, you don't want to be caught with your pants down. You don't want to be caught doing those drive-bys that you've been doing for you. You want to see what you were able to do earlier in the day as well, which was getting those chicken dinners. But I want to take a look at the overall, because right now I want to see what the standings are going to be looking like. As we head into the final game, after this game, we will set the threshold for that smash rule. Right now, Aurora Gaming with 104 points, E-Arena 98, S2G with those 95.
If we bring in the smash rule into it, and we look at previous times, this is so doable for a lot of teams. Usually we see such a tremendous gap, and then it's going to be tomorrow, every team just trying to catch up. The top team, I just got to get 10 points and win this thing. But this is actually incredibly close when we bring into that format and that rule that it still can be doable all the way down to 8th.
Ooh, all the way down to 8th. Okay, you're a believer. I like the belief that you're currently showing, because for 4 Thrives esports fans, they're looking to see some kind of bounce back here. Yes, we have seen flashes of greatness, but right now in the position that there are, 30 points away, not what this team wants to be, considering that they are the reigning champions of PMGO Season 1.
I mean, I believe in them.
एक चिकन बनता है यार, एक चिकन बनता है.
If they have a good game in this final match of today, they still have a shot tomorrow, but it's looking worse and worse for them.
Yeah.
So it is, I think it really does come down to this final match. If they can get a 15-20 point game out of this last Miramar, then they should be okay.
I'm going to have to say for 4 Thrives, they're looking like day 2 of finals of PMGO Season 1.
No.
They're looking very... I'm not even... They're consistently not getting points, if I had to be brutally honest. So, not loving what's happening. Very indecisive, which is the biggest issue of 4 Thrives is themselves, right? Their mindset, hesitant, not trusting themselves. The second page, one team I want to highlight that we barely talked about throughout the entirety of these finals, guys. Horror Esports. Really not being brought up in the conversation very often, and I know we have a lot of horror fans right behind us, right? And they're supporting them, but really there's no reason to cheer for them because they've been pretty much non-existent these finals.
I don't know what to say, you know, because we saw them have some pretty good runs yesterday. Started today, they were also looking fairly strong. They had a couple of top 5 finishes, if I'm not mistaken. But now we're starting to see this team do not a whole lot of anything, and I don't know if that's because the teams around them are starting to really pick apart some of these slower paced teams. I really do believe that the teams at the top of the leaderboard are much faster, much snappier. I use that word a lot, but it's the correct word. It's really descriptive for what we're seeing here. Is these teams are always on the mark, always going forward, always making a move at the right time. And the teams on the second half of the leaderboard, Hora included, I just think they're acting a little bit slow. They're making those decisions a little further behind than all the rest of them. They're getting left behind in the zone.
At the beginning of the day, though, we saw Hora being aggressive. We saw them just going for those fights too. But right now, that might be what's hurting them.
I mean, actually, yeah, Hora had one good game earlier today, right? It was a podium. But the reason why I'm not super impressed, right, is that was literally right next to where they usually drop. They didn't drop there that game on La Cobreria. But it is, I call it Hora Mountain. And they didn't do anything off the back of that, Lace. So I'm really hoping we see something on a circle that they're not used to playing, because right now it's been a nothing tournament for them.
I even backed that up and I was like, oh, they've got that placement, they've got this mountain, it's easy win. Obviously, Fuma took that win in that moment. But look, yeah, it's strange and I guess confusing, because they're not doing anything remotely terrible in these final matches that should be putting them here. It's more or less like you're saying that all these other teams are just, we're calculating that. Yep. We're going to do a little bit better. So it's like they could have one game to pick this up, though. I do believe, obviously, it's their last game today, guys. I keep thinking in the future, though, I'm like, yeah, games tomorrow, but there is still that opportunity. Like I'm saying, this leaderboard is so close that these major games can turn it around. We've seen it. Aurora did it. Now they're on top. You know, it's truly possible.
If there was any other team right now in first place, I'd be like, yeah, there's a high chance that we'll play those 6 matches. But right now, with Aurora being in first place, we know what they've been capable of. They've been looking great, honestly. It's a team that's been looking really good, really consistent here in this PMWC at EWC 26, and they're looking to take that trophy home, because that's what Top's missing. That's what Doc's missing. Shoal already has one global championship, and Refits, he wants to win that MVP and also get that trophy home. But let's send it over to Barney, which I don't even know where he's at. Where is that? Barney over there?
That is Barney over there. Ladies and gentlemen, talk to me. Okay, listen up. So now, today has been a true test of focus and endurance for all of our players. They've left it all on the Gadir City grid, but we want with the fans to see how everyone was feeling, but we want to do that one more time, get everyone energized on the Gadir City grid before our final lap of day 2. And so I'm going to send it over to Lucy. Who you got over there, buddy?
Oh yeah, Barney, I am here with my vitality suits, because we are French and we never surrender. We are believers. So ready, guys? Make some noise! Let's see how it's going. Hojux, up to you.
I know who's hype after that one, baby! Godlike with the 20 points! The domination starts now! So let's make some noise! Ah, let's go!
Yeah! Good to see the excitement from all the fans. Different nations, different representations of our organizations that are bringing the heat here in Paris. But you know what, France? Together, I'm sure we can blow the roof off this building. Let's hear it one last time. Let's absolutely go ballistic.
Last game of the day. Let's get into it. Miramar on the cards. We're going to set our smash ruling going forward right now. Teams looking very, very good. Ida getting deeper and deeper into these matches. They're looking energized and good to go. Godlike also with a 20-point side last game. I think that's just the beginning of something great to come here on Miramar.
Let's go, boys.
Smash ruling will be in effect from tomorrow, but this is where we lay down that line in the sand, the literal sand here on Miramar. Teams looking very contemplative where they want to hit up, where they want to go next. So Milu back in the game for his last ride here on Miramar before we get into tomorrow. Good to see him back again though. Hopefully we're having a little bit longer in this game, Jackie.
Hey, you'd hope so, man. It's good to have him back. Incredible talent, unbelievable mechanics. And this could be the reset, right? Little bit more time, he's back in. He's got his fingers on the sticks once more. You deploy him into the lobby once again. And if there was a chance for Tiamba to start to assert some of that dominance that we know they're very capable of, hey man, go big, last game. Bring it on home, start to rise up the rankings a little bit, being a nice position to try and leapfrog tomorrow. It could still very much happen.
Southern side playing path, a little bit difficult to deal with. Some of these teams getting up towards that northern edge, at least on that eastern side. But Hot Paraiso, Impala, very much.
भाई 30 पॉइंट का फर्क है इस मैच में अल्फा को मरना होगा अरोरा को मरना होगा और फोर्टी को 20 पॉइंट कम से कम लेके आने होंगे 20 पॉइंट अगर फोर्टी इस मैच में ले आती है तो एक अच्छा कमबैक होगा अरोरा को यहाँ पे रुकना होगा स्टॉप करना होगा यहाँ पे
81 points now. They're getting closer and closer to the top of the tables. Aurora wants to pull out something very, very special on this match, though. Remember, we want to set that line higher than anyone else by a fair margin to make tomorrow's Rondo a little bit more sweaty, right? Because I think Rondo, you can earn a lot of points on that map. You can earn a lot of points on that map, and it can get you far towards that smash ruling or even beyond it.
Yeah. No, it's true, bro. Like, we've had some incredible games with Rondo here at PMWC as well, at EWC 26. So, if it's anything like the beginnings we had, namely, it's fitting we get E-Arena on screen, right? Record-breaking game, some big moves. The stadium finish.
See that?
Oh, no, bro. They're styling already.
It's jumped off the top of the building straight to the back of the bike. Okay. Love to see it.
You do. But yeah, you're right. I think we'd love to see some of that level of, sheer world-class gameplay, sort of championship mentality happening right then as we get into tomorrow for that first game to give you that leapfrog, that setup. But we'll find out how it goes. For those of you at home as well, don't forget to participate in the event yourself with a lucky spin and draw to get some of those beautiful skins to commemorate what has been a very wonderful year here at PMWC. It feels like a rising tide has brought all ships up, Blank. The skill level, some of the plays we've seen, the 1v4s that it feels like this year we've had drastically many compared to what we'd had in prior years. It's been a lot of showmanship, a lot of excitement, and Paris has been killing it as well. So it's been super exciting. But hey, we'll dial in. We'll stick with the program for now, see what we get, if this will be a present of a final game between these sides and who's going to benefit most.
We have had a lot of rising stars as well. I mean, it's quite cool to see, because I mean, you mentioned the 1v4s. It's been a while since we've really had that presence from singular players in a big way, because we moved further over towards being like, the four-man teams have to all be consistently good together. We need 4 players that can play together very, very cohesively, but also have that star power in them. And we're going further beyond than that, right? We're going towards galactic level gamers, likes of Milu, Kamikaze. It's awesome to see. It really, really is.
Feels like we're getting some of those superstar players where, like you say, man,
superstars.
It can make the difference, right?
Bigger than just the normal stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Larger in stature or potentially gravitational pull. Yeah. I suppose that's true in Milu's case, right? He does just seem to absorb everyone in the lobby. They come near him.
Yep.
You're gone.
He's a beast. We did move over towards that western side on the circle, though, so that opens up a decent start here from Aurora, moving in from Chumacera early on. Got Picardo, positions around there, some of the trash drops, some of those compounds in play. Like, this is a very compound-heavy area of the map to start things off, like individual areas, not POIs. That does always make for a fun endgame. Orin via the Ma, you got Nongshim. The back of that southern plane path, dropping down towards Partona. Tizzy's already moved across, though, giving an anchor point for the rest of the team to move in towards. Still far down towards the south of the map, but at least gathering some information early whilst he loots up the couple of buildings. They used to be very much like RRQ stomping grounds back in the day. Way back in the day. Back 2021, 2022. We're going back there.
Kicking it old school. Rolling back the years.
ये चिकन अपना है इंशाल्लाह जी इंशाल्लाह ये चिकन अपना है
In some ways, it's felt like that has
ये चिकन चाहिए भी है guys, ज़रूरी भी है.
The old and the new coming together to make something very tasty with the maneuvers we've seen. Hey, bike rotate, shout out. Man's getting his exercise in. His legs will be aching. The one neuron for both of us engaged at the same time. That's unreal.
ये कहाँ पे घूम रहा है साइकिल पे? साइकिल सवार.
He's going to move on over towards Milu by the gas station. Does have a vehicle. Don't abandon him. Come on. You make him go further. It's so rude.
His fires are going to be burning.
No, Milu's got bigger and better things to be moving on to right now. Can't be dealing with you on your bike. Heads over towards Eagle. This is over towards east side of Impala right now. We do have OG actually rotating very closely at the moment. I think that's just a couple of players there, though. It's our route. See a tanky over towards Graveyard right now. So quite a wide split as Godlike just slices down the center of them through La Bandita. So they are cut off from one another for quite a little while here. It'll be quite a slow start because again, this is always funny. I mean, for an end of game circle, end of day circle, this is really, really cash. And this is super casual. Nothing super scary to worry about with. We're not down towards that southeast side where we're playing uphill the entire time, up towards the plateau by the hay bales. It's just back to normality, which I bet a lot of players are quite fond of. It's going to make a lot of the early game a little bit more slow, a little bit more simple in your rotates. A lot of your daisy chains are going to be easy too.
Very cash money for these teams indeed right now.
Casual, not cash.
Could be both, mate. Casual cash money.
Yeah, casual cash money. At the end of the day, you know, you get yourself up towards that top side, potentially secure yourself.
Yeah,
huge point
cash
leads.
money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the lion's share of $3 million here on the line it is insane. I mean, it's life-changing money.
Oh yeah. You got the bread with the cheddar in the middle, called out a money sandwich. That's what they're all fighting over. Because it is ridiculous, man. You'd be doing wonders for your fans, for your organization.
Even just your family, really. It's an incredible thing to win. I mean, Yangon Galacticos, super cool following their journey. Since their win last year, I mean, they've been very much celebrated. You love to see it, and again, and all the guys just seem so happy coming into this, and lovely to see them repping the Ancient Charm set as well. They've got their own skin in game. Wonderful experience here over at PMWC every single time, year to year. Fourth right is very central on this one though. Just over the western side of Picardo, moved out there nice and early, but we are hitting our next circle shift, the largest one here of Miramar into zone 2. It's going to be Ladriera, though. I kind of already know it. It's not. Okay, good. I'm glad. I don't want to go there. I always find those circles really uncomfortable. Instead, we're heading over towards Power Grid. Enigma Galaxy kind of engrossed right now with Alula. Yasser, as well as Quick, a little bit slower to the plate right now as R3B and Claws get very much in the mix with them. Chasing him down. Give me another sideline, please.
They're begging for an angle. Hey, Lord though, up to his old tricks. Loves the risky peaks from all the way at the top side there. Pretty effective from that position. We'll see if he gets any chances to shine. S2G in the arena, near each
Welcome,
other as
Betty.
well on the drive up. Oh, hello, Darkin with a Mini 14. That's a connection over onto Falak.
Yeah, Falak going down there. Bad news there for Fourth Rise. He's really the front man of the team. Brings a lot of confidence to the rest of the squad when he's still in play. Should be able to get the res on this one. That was from Ida, I believe, and they are in front of them. So this is more a case of a step back type of deal, rather than the full-on commit. But both Turkish teams, you got S2G and Ulf making a pretty big send here. I think Ulf understands that they want to go a little bit further in this match. As before, 81 points, but they are taking big tags right now, going very low. Just just about stay alive in this one. Wonder if that was from S2G. There's some serious rivalry between those two teams as well. I love it. I do love it.
Feels like even over the course of this one event, we've had so many narratives of like little rivalries that have been popping up. And it's given us a lot of excitement. It's made some of the fights pretty intense, not only in the actual battleground, but for the reverberations it has between the two orgs that are going head to head. Left a lot of room for some cool stories to appear. Aurora on the move here, bumping around, doing the suspension in, but they won't care.
Always switch vehicles if you need to. I thought it was quite interesting for Aurora because starting Chumacera, I think it's quite a straight shot up towards that north side, but they were a little bit slower to circle, so maybe playing a little bit more comfortable on the edge here, or they just wanted to get as looted as possible, understanding that there is quite a lot of dead space in this zone. And they wanted to know that when it comes down to it, they have the utility, they've got the resources and supplies to make it through to the end, and they weren't going to be mega late by any means because they were starting in Chumacera. Enigma Galaxy do finally find that angle. Saw them earlier all lining up to take those shots. Zalula will get one dropped. No flush just yet though. Whew. Yeah, this is a difficult one. We do move over towards that northwest side. We've got the field in play. We've got the almost Death Valley that sits between Monte Nuevo moving up. Furia actually has a good spot here. I think Ayala already picked up a nice compound, and likely the rest of the team will be flitting back over towards him. Oh no, they're greeting it. They're going doubles. I don't know how I feel about that.
Trying to make a quick getaway, with Lord taking a couple shots towards the back of the vehicle there. A few stray bullets to connect, but he's still on the move, so won't be dropped out of the car by Hora. And they're just going to keep forging a path forwards. Amidst all this, you also have OG, that's Orangutan, getting lit up with the crosshairs of Ida being able to spot them out and somewhat punish them, keeping them outside of the zone on their rotation up and over, with Ulf close by as well.
Chicken base point, guys. Chicken base point.
Furia right now, they're playing a 2-2 split. Yeah, I mean, they've got compound that sits over towards the western side and then one that sits a little bit further east. They do have a lot of confirmation. I wonder if they're doing this just because they knew the playing path went from west to east, so a lot of players dropped out on that eastern side because there's more playable space over there in the first place. So they're assuming that there is going to be a big traffic jam on that eastern side, so they can afford to go for a 2-2 split right now. I would expect them to regroup on the next one, but this does give them opportunities and options going forward. And no one's challenged them. I thought S2G might try and plummet down there, but they've stopped short over towards some of the rockier areas of the map where they can settle in. Arudo finding good damage over towards Aurora, our current lobby leaders. And one's already down. Doc's very low. Nade goes long. It's quite good. I thought it was going to roll over the top there. Oh dear me. Scarface once again. Those taps were deadly accurate too.
Yeah, punishing quick jabs to the ribs there. Gonna leave them bruised. Orangutan rocking up. Oh, doing the classic strat. Ain't got time to stop. Cruising through one by one. Aurora eating the shot. And that's Orangutan.
GG.
Taking the heat straight to Aurora. So 104 points is where their day of big earners ends.
I love that from Orangutan, honestly. There's been so many times where they have had struggles on these roll-ups where they'll just roll through and try and get the drive-bys. There they just stop short. AKOP gets out and just hits the shots immediately. Then they can move on because they need to get further in. So big hats off there to
Very nice.
Shots from behind there from Ulf, but they're moving directly into occupied territory with 4 thrives. Hazaifa's down the back lines there though. No one's really safe. I think Ulf is right now just trying to profit off a lot of the teams coming in from that eastern edge. Tiamba sending it directly over towards S2.
अरे ये कैसे?
Hell of a push. Nice shot from Razy though over towards 1.
नहीं यार finish. बच गया.
Punishing reactions with DBS up close there. Blows them away and loaded slugs into that one, but here's the reaggression.
What a nice! Bumper share mere.
On the reply. Whoa, they're going to crumble under it, so 4 Frives keep on fighting.
Safar mar gaya yaar.
We're clashing against Tianba, and the nade has knocked another man, leaving them with only a solo right now that's alive and kicking.
And his A-King, I mean, Ulf quickly moved on this mark as well. They heard the fighting, they realized that there was an opportunity to open some space in the circle on the eastern side. They left behind that fight between 4 Thrives, hearing it go on for quite a while, and they're going to be coming in late after this. OG even setting up in front of them, dropping down the barbed wire there for them to wander straight into. Tianba, it is A-King, making him move outwards. Understanding today the peloton won't be moving much further for Tianba. Try and get some placement points to finish things off. Yongshin Red Force playing down towards that south side. In the meantime, E-Arena took the eastern compound after that shift, and Furia regrouped over towards the western side. So happened as expected. But Furia does get the better off angle because of that, so well done.
Ida as well. With Emre there getting line of
IQ finish. Kya kar rahe ho yaar? Nahi yaar.
Again.
Dude.
Yeah, bro. Ida start it off, all finish it. So 4 Thrives removed from the equation here. 7th place, 77 points at the end of the day for them. OG were close by to all this as well. They pulled back.
Kya kar rahe ho yaar?
Commit, but they're still amongst basically a bit of a rough sandwich with Ulf and Ida potentially pushing down. Jiggle eaten by the blue as well on Hora's late rotate. That's not ideal.
What's happened there then?
I don't know, but
it's an interesting turn of events for Hora. They love that position, but doesn't seem like it.
What are you yaar? 40
right
yaar.
now. Sadly.
Padegi bhai 40.
Over towards OG. And CG, what a shot over towards Lord on Nigma Galaxy. Sleepy will find OG on that one, and Ulf might want to push a little bit further in, clear out even more space over towards this eastern side. AKOP just trying to swing on down, will immediately get shut down for that. That was a bold maneuver. The rest of Aura moving up. Last player alive is Aru.
No, Team India bhi gayi.
2 very quick pumps there from the shotty in their face, and that's going to finish them. Looked a little bit scary from Sky when he was left behind, but the off-angle peak did wonders. Hamsik still going, by the way.
The Garant going crazy.
Mate, sniper with a hell of a scope right now.
Yeah. That is great stuff. Great stuff. Not what you expect to see on the last game of the day. Circle centers directly. A very, very kind circle. But it's all this weird rocky ground towards the center here. S2G mostly having control over it. They even have Kamikaze down towards that south side, providing another point for them to move over towards. Aura looking over towards Ida right now, and Ulf still being those gatekeepers on that eastern edge.
You basically have this blockade slowly shuffling further back from Aura. They pushed in, deal with OG, set the focus up onto Ida. They've got a bit of a read as well where the other potential teams are. Just throw nades over, especially with the visual contact there. A few shots back onto them from Ulf. They've got a bit of a ridge to play off, so they can sort of hunker in. Solus is on the off angle towards the left-hand side. This is his POV here. You can still paranoid though. Compound behind them, that's got E-Arena in it.
Barking, finding final player there from Tianba. So Tianba will finish on 8th place, 71 points. Potentially taken over there by Furia, because I think they've got quite a good spot going forward on this one. Sky goes down to Solus, and Kedge will pick up the elimination. So Ulf still putting up points this game, up to 5 so far, but they are down to 3 players after an early knock and flush over towards Solus. They're making the most of it on this eastern side. I like to see it.
E-Arena. That's a nice readjustment there. Solus being hard confirmed, but that's stolen away by Hora that finally feel confident to push up into the face whilst E-Arena dispatch Alula. Shutting them down now, reaggression, no fear, holds the line, puts shots on target. Ida getting involved as well. So all fragmented. The 5 elims they got might very well be where they end this one with only a single reserve left. Mormon coming up quick. E-Arena, mate, they're in a good position. If they can pull points out of this game and stay alive, clean up on this battlefield ahead of them, it could be a gigantic slingshot to overtake Aurora.
Yeah, set themselves up nicely for tomorrow. Mormon dropping smokes, trying to create a distraction in the front lines. Emre takes a heavy hit. E-Arena been quick with it so far. Mormon being a massively big player for the team. What a nade over the top. That is a long toss on that one. Sends another for the airburst. It's a little bit of damage in. Swing gets hit hard, and E-Arena is bombarding the front lines.
It's Masher from Swaps, and he wants even more. Sleepy just trying to steal points where possible, and this is now the response play.
It's a backstab right now, actually. Oh my goodness me. And they do catch E-Arena sleeping. Nade goes out, Sleepy very low. One last nade in the chamber, goes too far. Airburst might have been needed to be a little bit cleaner on that one, but Schweppes not quite out. And Ida floundering in the background.
Mormon back to his old tricks. Headshot there onto Darkin to finally finish him off. We see Nonshin Red Force showing up in the Elim feed as well, with Nigma Galaxy similarly taking the hits over towards Godlike, and Furia have smelt this weakness. They're coming in for a close collapse behind the vehicles, putting the pedal down to the metal. With S-Power gone, goodbye Godlike, but now they've got another team to worry about. This is the fight established by Furia.
Pins pulled. All the nades sent over the top right now, looking for Nigma Galaxy. And stitch them up on this side of the map at the moment. Good push out from Fury as well. Love to see it. They knew that they cleared the majority of this space. They get rid of Nigma Galaxy. They're playing essentially straight in towards that eastern side. No worries, the 180 behind them. Nigma Galaxy, though, quick, a very, very quick rotate out, understanding that it's better to regroup, reassess from that location on that north side with cover before they make their next maneuver. They might actually just have to make a full send, full rotate towards the eastern side, despite not knowing what's there, because both S2G and Fury is going to have nasty sight lines over towards if they try and play in from that northern edge.
Nonshin being able to hit perfectly up against Flash, resulting in only Tops barely limping away there. Got back behind the vehicle and pieced out in the driving seat. They've got that 2-2 split with focus still turned onto Rita. It's the angle of Coops in play right here though. Close quarters connection, spamming with the SMG in the face. Yasser trapped, no escape plan there, and Alula fall off the back of it. Amidst this, we also wave bye-bye to Ida as the last man is dispatched. E-Arena taking shots over towards the setup from Nigma Galaxy. Hamzig looking so damn sick with this snipe. Ready for a little bit more. You peek out and your block could be knocked off.
CG, you still got the Garan as well. It's very, very cool. Playing to the end here. Hamzy G looking good so far on the long-range peaks. Nigma Galaxy opt not to go for that swing over towards the eastern side. I do feel like this is a bit of a death sentence for them though. I'm not sure how they're going to extricate themselves from this. S2G looking for another chicken dinner here though. They have been so consistent with it. They have been so bold in these games and really taking advantage of that fact. And Fury is struggling to make their way out from this western side. Pushing into open ground. Lord explodes one vehicle. In comes the rest, and Schweppes is setting up for the big spray.
Schweppes could steal so much from this. The eye in the sky taking pot shots when they're weakest. The nades thrown from either side, detonating all around as silence finally falls over Furia with him being dropped. Ayala cooking the last nade back, dashes it into Nigma.
Doesn't go far enough though. The grass kind of obscuring his vision just a little bit. Still over towards the edge, assuming they're going to jump out towards the sides. The nade comes in, but both baits unsuccessful. Switching out the JS9. Need that long range to feel fine versus Furia. Ayala sits on the other side. Blue's going to be a bit of a nightmare here. Chief just stayed behind. We got the night cam on board. Not the best time for him either. Watching his team in a real sticky scenario. Like you said though, E-Arena looking to put up more points, but it's Nongshim Red Force actually who might have a good chance here to really set themselves up the rankings. It'd be great to see those rankings. so we can set up for tomorrow where that smash ruling placement would be.
For Nonshim, you're spot on though. They do thrive in these kind of situations, so let's see if the teams forget about them and they can step back up. Here you go, this is the lay of the land as well, what we wanted to see. E-Arena on top right now. They just lapped Aurora, 105 points with a 7 elimination game and showing no signs of running out of fuel just yet. They've been keeping the intense action on. Tops was the last man from Flash. He had to hightail it, went for from Nonshin a few moments ago, and he's still running away. Looking for a setup center zone to stay alive for a little bit longer, but might be food fed over to S2G.
Pops goes, MCG, man, what is this? This is actually insane behavior. But he's making it work. Bayonet on the front, and he is slicing and dicing through the opposition. Pure stabs to the enemy teams. Lobby getting perforated by S2G. Nongshim Red Force might have to move forward with the Kevlar in play at this rate.
Damage done again.
What is he doing?
Shot after shot. The bolt action sending reverberations through the lobby, but now they're going to try and turn this one to an up-close and personal encounter. Nonshin put the pedal to the metal, they drop in close, the nade blows the car away, Hyunbin buckles under the pressure as So Easy hits the deck, Kamikaze, 3 nades in the back pocket, 1 thrown towards him, split the difference, that's the reply back. So Easy trying to keep himself alive. In the midst of all this, we say bye-bye to Furia, and Kamikaze knows that E-Arena are collapsing as well. Nonshin up close, good play done. The pump action silences S2G.
E-Arena off the distance. Nongshim Red Force looking to finish out the game now. What a good push up there. The hero Hyunbin himself does go down, but the rest of the team carries the cape forward and will eclipse out the rest of S2G, so no more chickens for you. 2 top teams remaining here face to face, Nongshim Red Force and E-Arena. 3 versus 4 on the cards. There's shots coming through from Mormon. We know how sick this guy has been so far. XZY looking to finish things off. Go by his ABCs, keep this simple, keep it calm.
But is school in session though? Can E-Arena teach Nonshin Red Force a lesson on this one? If they can find a knock, find a pick, they could collapse off the back of it, and we know they've been so damn good in thriving in the chaos today. That could be their outlier, that could be their way to close this with a huge game. Not only take first place, but absolutely skyrocket up to a nice point barrier going into the smash rule tomorrow. A lot riding on this for either team. And like you touched on, that one bit of benefit is the manpower advantage for Nonshin. They can play off each other in a slower approach.
E-Arena still have vehicles in play, but for Nongshim Red Force, they're on foot right now. Feel the sand between the toes, but it looks rougher right now for E-Arena. Smoke's been sent out, and a big old lineup here from Nongshim Red Force. Still using Tizzy as well as Hyunbin, playing off one another on this little ridge line. Buggy towards the center.
check कर उन्हें ना trailer एक बना के 4 second का ना 5 second का.
Wait for an opportunity to use
yes,
it. So easy.
Nice
by the smoke, gets up towards the hard cover first. Hyunbin, always the first to charge. Crowbar in hand.
Can he smash his way through the defense? No! Mormon asking them to feed him more as he just wants opportunities to show how good he is. The nade is primed. Nonshin lose their edge down to a 3v3, and the nades keep landing on top of their heads. So easy on the wrap back around. He's going for the off-angle adjustment. Hyunbin crawling in to try and be saved. XZY committing to the medic play, but Schweppes an off-angle reposition. The nade barely bounces over. Chip damage done.
So Easy behind the tree. They did get the res off. Hyunbin's back up again. Arena wasn't able to push forward because the backline support coming through from Nongshim Red Force. Mormon round the side. Molotov prevents the push, but so easy. Sidesteps it. Gets into this one. Hot beat on the card. S12K goes crazy.
He's firing off shots, but these aren't warnings. It's him coming in to show how much damage he can do. So easy wants to live up to his name as the punishing play arrives. And it's Nongshim Red Force with the chicken dinner.
Showing some force right at the end of the day, and they do force themselves past everyone else on the leaderboard. This will be a nice points barrier going into tomorrow. Nongshim Red Force. Hyunbin has been amazing so far. That aggression that the rest of the team can follow up on is absolutely contagious. Yes, he goes down, but what a follow-up from his team today, right at these finishing moments. And a long day, to say the least.
In a moment of panic, a team that's proved that communication and teamwork has been what's put them in the conversation with championship mentality is what will get them over the line. They dig their heels in deep, they play off each other, save their mate, and then show us that aggression that we know they have inside them. Unsheath the sword blank and chop straight through E-Arena, standing strong in that gladiatorial combat for the final chicken dinner of the day.
And this was a crazy finish from So Easy. Just did not stop moving. Essentially charged over the top of that rich.
भाई प्रोग्राम बढ़ गया 40 का.
E-Arena down. What a wonderful play there to
अभी कल चाहिए हैं आते ही अगर ये आते ही अगर 120 पॉइंट पे 124 नहीं 114-15 पॉइंट पे आई थिंक स्मैश रूल होगा 100 अगर ये कल आते ही चिकन निकालते हैं एक गेम और अगली गेम तक स्मैश रूल पकड़ लेते कल फर्स्ट 2 गेम में स्मैश रूल वगैरह टच कर लेते हैं ना तो एक चिकन निकालना है उसके बाद फिल वक्त प्रोग्राम बढ़ गया गाइस.
I think this team has a real chance. They have been slowly but surely eking their way up the rankings. But that could be said for a lot of teams. I mean, Ulf, E-Arena, Aurora today, S2G, all looking fantastic. It's hard, man, because there were even teams from survival stage that I was sad not to see in the finals. I was sad to lose teams in the group stage, even when it was only 3 at a time. This has been such a competitive arena right now here at EWC, at PMWC. Just so cool stuff. Can't wait to see more tomorrow. And I can't wait to see how that scoreline adds up at the end of the day when we throw it back over to the desk.
You're spot on there, man. This is the sort of LAN event that goes down in the history books, not only because we'll crown another champion once again, but the fact that it feels like the skill level has risen so far across the board, teams being able to adapt and homogenize not only that slow, smart play style, but like you say, turning it on, hitting heavy, playing confident when they need to. And it's even just the sheer showmanship of some of the eliminations we've been seeing throughout the whole day, but in that very game as well. Some powerful plays.
It's still insane as well because Nongshim Red Force, they're just coming off from PMMI winning that one. But in the meantime, we do have an interview with E-Arena with Kalaris down on the stage.
Yes, we do, and with a legend of PMWI, PMWC, it's Shreps, of course, here, 2-time champion. Let's talk to E-Arena about some of these games. First things first, off the back of this last Miramar, were you surprised by Nongshim Red Force not going around the eastern side? And talk to me about those last moments in that game, of course. Despite Nongshim Red Force getting the win, E-Arena still looks fantastic today.
อยากพูดถึงกับเกมสุดท้ายเมื่อกี้นะฮะตอนที่เราเจอกับนงชิมรู้สึกประหลาดใจกับวิธีการเล่นของเขาไหมฮะที่เขาไม่ไปฝั่งอีสฮะแล้วก็วิธีการที่เขาเข้าหาทีมเราอะฮะก็ปกติครับมันเป็นช็อตที่เขาต้องเล่นแบบนี้อยู่แล้วแล้วเขาก็ทำออกมาได้ดีครับส่วนเราไม่มีออปชั่นพอที่จะไปสู้กับเขาแล้วก็ตัวผู้เล่นน้อยกว่าด้วยก็เลยตามที่เห็น Okay, so to be honest, I'm not surprised with how they play and how Nongshim approached to them during the last circle, during the last fight, because like they don't have any much more option left to play, and also like for E-Arena, we have the disadvantage of the player number. But yeah, congratulations to them.
Absolutely. So now you're in first place. Obviously, you're going to be setting the smash points threshold going into tomorrow. E-Arena has looked brilliant throughout the day. Is there any extra added pressure? How are you feeling about going into the next day, of course, with the potential of you, even personally, becoming basically a 3-time champion on this stage?
ก็ตอนนี้นะฮะเราอยู่ที่1ของตารางแล้วนะฮะแล้วก็ด้วยกฎของ Smash Point เนี่ยในวันพรุ่งนี้เนี่ยรู้สึกว่ามันมีความกดดันอะไรบ้างไหมฮะแล้วก็รู้สึกไงบ้างครับที่ตอนนี้เนี่ยเราเหลืออีกแค่ก้าวเดียวที่เราจะได้เป็นแชมป์3 สมัยแล้วฮะ
ก็ไม่รู้สึกอะไรครับแค่โฟกัสไปเกมต่อเกมไม่คาดหวังครับก็เล่นไปเรื่อยๆตามเกมตามสเต็ปไปเรื่อยๆ
So actually we got no pressure at all. We're gonna play game by game, round by round, like step by step, like, and hopefully we're gonna get like chicken dinner tomorrow. And like good luck to everyone too.
I'll finish it off with one last question. With you setting that threshold now, which team would you be most concerned about on your heels, catching you up, considering the lineup of teams that are here?
คำถามต่อไปนะฮะก็คืออยากถามว่าในตอนนี้เนี่ยเราอยู่ในฐานะที่เราเป็นอยู่หัวตารางนะฮะอยากถามว่ามีทีมไหนที่ทำให้เรารู้สึกว่าเป็นกังวลมากที่สุดไหมฮะที่แบบว่าเขาจะไล่ตามเราขึ้นมาได้ฮะ
ก็ทุกทีมเลยครับมันก็ยังมีโอกาสที่เขาจะแซงเรากลับขึ้นมาได้แต่ว่าสุดท้ายแล้วก็อยู่ที่ตัวเรา
Well, to be honest, like every single team could be like catching up to them for tomorrow. Like who know what's gonna happen? Like everyone can become the champion at this point. So hopefully, like everyone can play and perform like as best as they can.
All right, thank you very much, Fabs. Best of luck tomorrow. That does it down here on the stage. Let's head over for more PMWC.
With none other than E-Arena. But right now, we have something major going on with the club championship as Magnus Carlsen, he's been able to defend his title.
That's right. All right, let's talk about this, okay? Because it was an insane finals over in chess. It means a lot, too, for the club championship side of things. Magnus Carlsen, back-to-back champ, defends the title, does an absolutely fantastic job, too, does not drop a game in the process. Yeah, I mean, honestly, insane work out of Magnus Carlsen. But it's also the story of Denis Lazovic, right? Because second place finish for AGAL not only was massive for the club, but massive for GM Denis as an individual. Magnus was saying that he's really looking to have someone that can kind of be his set rivalry. He wants a rival to look forward to going up against every single tournament. The question is the new up-and-comer, the 19-year-old GM Denis, gonna be that person?
Is he going to be? I mean, he did end up getting too old. We'll see what's going to be happening later on in upcoming years. But in regards to right now, their rankings, AGL being able to secure that second place does put them up in the rankings.
It does. I mean, so that now puts them 500 points above Falcons after Falcons got the third place amount of points in chess. See that reflected here. Team Falcons still in second. However, that's now all the points AGAL can get this championship weekend. Falcons, though, are still in the discussion. There's an insane matchup happening as we speak at the STC Arena between Team Falcons and Twisted Minds. A little bit of Amina battle going on. And if Falcons are able to come on top, move their way into the semifinals, they get even more points on the board.
There will. Falcons looking to retain that first place in the club championship, especially with the quarterfinal. A major moment going on in the club championship. And thank you so much, Glitter, for joining us and giving us that update. I'm going to send you back to that.
ये तो बढ़ गया program.
If we're still live here,
कल देखेंगे क्या बनता है क्या नहीं बनता.
Find out what's going to be happening. So thank you. Let us know what ends up happening. We'll be hearing more from Glitter Explosion. But let's get back to PUBG Mobile Esports, to PMWC at EWC 26, because right now E-Arena has regained Hot Jukes that first place.
Let's go, baby. E-Arena winning this, or actually being so back at first place, is insane. This is for this team here, okay? They're coming out from Thailand, performing so well, especially the fact that they just barely made it here into the finals. It's so wild to see.
I do want to say, for a team that's currently in first place, these average elims are actually quite low. We don't have anyone standing out. They're all around like that one average elimination per game, but it's all about especially that survival time. Survival time equals placement point. Do we see what actually right chicken dinners, also podium finishes? That is really the main reason why they're currently contending at the very top and currently should be right number one above the likes of Aurora. So yeah, the eliminations way lower than I expected.
112 पॉइंट टोटल 112 पॉइंट करके मतलब कि 124 पॉइंट 123 भाई 122 पॉइंट अभी भाई 122 पॉइंट तक पहुंचते इनको टाइम लग जाएगा भाई 40 पॉइंट 40 पॉइंट 40
or whoever ends up reaching 122 points tomorrow, after that they are eligible to win via
44
Smash.
point.
Yes, they are. And to get
मतलब
Smash, what
कि
do you have to do?
दो
Just win
chicken
a
है.
game. So it's just as simple as that, which in this lobby is no simple matter at all. But I tell you
वरना
what,
program
man,
तो बढ़ गया
Notion,
है, बढ़ गया
Aurora,
है
S2G, Nigma, Ulf, all of those teams can actually make it.
They're coming for him. They're coming for him hot, and they're gonna have to
भाई
really
program बढ़
perform
गया है,
because
मान
Arena
जाओ
have
program.
so much to gain here. Like I was mentioning, you know, they're coming from Thailand. Average monthly salary in Thailand is 500 USD a month, right? To win something like this would be absolutely massive for them. So they're going to be coming in, bringing everything they absolutely got. Nongshim Red Force, though, today, Hyunbin has been hitting those shots like crazy.
Yeah, he's been crazy. Really happy about Nongshim Red Force. But you know what? We know that here the top teams on the rankings are going to be in contention for the trophy. But 4 Thrives, Furia, the lowest teams on this first page, they need to start off hot tomorrow, right? That Rondo in particular, Niptura, if we don't see, I'm talking like a top 5 with a bunch of eliminations, especially after the hot drop, man, that race for number 1 is going to be done and dusted.
29 elims again? Is that what we want to see? Because
Yes.
that's what I want to see, especially from 7th place, 8th place, and any of these other teams that want to be challenging.
Honestly, I want to just go back to 4 Thrives very quickly as we look at the second page here. For 4 Thrives, for me, this is best case scenario. For me, right? For them to be in 7th place, just behind, just within Smash Point, still slightly, but this is best case scenario. We know that this is a team that works on mentality, and if they have a lot of pressure, they do not perform. They are just far enough away where they might not have that pressure on them, but they are close enough that if they are able to play very well, they could go ahead and still win the whole thing.
I'm sorry, Ned, but I'm going to have to disagree with you because this team are the reigning champions of PMGO Season 1. If they weren't the champions of PMGO, I feel like what you said is correct. But the fact that they have been champions in the past and they're looking to go for the back-to-back here at a global event, I think they are going to be feeling the pressure, and I think they're definitely going to be feeling the pressure from the fans that are here.
Yeah, especially when you're, as you said, right, the technically reigning champions of a global event, not including PMMI, as they couldn't participate. I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of expectations for them to do that comeback. But though, looking at the second page of the rankings, we saw Tiamba at the very top. I feel like everyone below Tiamba, currently, I have very low hopes, if not actually no hope whatsoever, for them to actually be competing for the title of PMWC 2026 Grand Champion. So outside of that, if they do an exceptional kickoff, like maybe we're talking back-to-back wins, but outside of that, game over in my opinion.
That Rondo is going to be so important tomorrow, right? For so many of these squads, they're going to have to really do their homework, dial in and lock in, because if they can get a crazy 30-point game, anything can happen. We still got 6 matches left to go, so no matter who it is, where you're at on the leaderboards, root for your squad, give them the hype they need to pull off a miracle. We want to see it here in Paris. Come on, guys. Second page to first. You can do it. Make it happen.
Do we have 6 matches, though?
Hey.
Do we?
Hey.
Because right now, those teams that are challenging for that Smash rule, hear me out. We haven't gotten a chance to see it yet, but I think we might end up seeing it. But take some guesses. Quick, predictions. Who's going to be the MVP? Juice.
MVP?
Yeah, quick.
Mormon.
Hey, I was on the right squad. My man, hey, so easy. 14 eliminations, 2,000 damage. He went off.
Hey, they popped off. And Nongshim Red Force, this was a great day for them.
It was. I mean, So Easy is the one that initiated the insane, and might I say, not insane in a good way, insane in an absolutely crazy way, the push onto EA. Luckily, it worked out, but we were all yelling at the TV going, what are you doing?
So Easy, he's been kind of going wild, okay? But he did make it look easy from time to time. Of course, I feel like Nongshim Red Force, sometimes they don't look confident, sometimes they look too confident. But you know what? The one consistent throughout today has been So Easy, putting up big numbers alongside Hyunbin. Very happy. Of course, I like Hyunbin, but I got to respect the entirety of the roster. So Easy looking incredible and actually saving Hyunbin in a lot of these scenarios. And right now, looking at their position in the rankings, can they be the champions? Because, you know, last time we saw a South Korean team become the champions, it was D+ in London with that insane island finish. Can Nongshim Red Force be the ones to do it next?
And honestly, if they're within the Smash point, they are very, very scary. We saw in PMMI, they won by Smash. They're one of the only teams, if not the only team, to win by Smash rule in a global. They can absolutely do it. They're there. They're in 3rd place. They're looking very good. Can they do it again? I would be very worried if I was any other team right now.
And for everybody that's a Nongshim Red Force fans, I feel like we got a major answer today. Yes, that's why I started looking exactly and directly at you, Max. Because the biggest question mark from them, especially in the first day, in those 4 matches that we ended up playing, was can this team end up performing better in regards to placement points? Can they end up winning, since we do have the Smash rule at play here? Today, we ended up playing 8 matches, and they ended up winning 2 out of those matches. So we did get the answer that we wanted to, and they're currently challenging, and this is what I'm saying. I don't know if we're going to have those 6 matches tomorrow. You got Aurora up there. You got E-Arena that has the experience. They're looking like they got the nerves under control. It's going to come down, Jukes, to those teams that are following them, that are currently chasing them, that are actually far away from the Smash zone.
And the perfect example happened to be what you talked about, Neptura, PMMI. Nobody thought Nongshim Red Force was going to win it until the last match. Everyone thought Tianba had it in the bag. They had a massive lead. But then last game, match number 6, Nongshim Red Force take it away. Even though Fury had more points, they won it and they become the champions. So it's still anybody's game for sure.
You know what? I'm going to slow down the Nongshim Red Force hype right now because I don't want to curse them too much. But I want to pivot real quick on S2G, a team that got 3 wins,
yes.
right? They got 3
I like that.
chicken dinners, and we know that with the Smash ruling in play, chicken dinners kind of really important.
Kind of important,
you know,
yeah.
kind of really important.
They kinda count.
So S2G right now, if they do get in like a top 5, top 6 scenario, and actually have a decent position in the zone, and they are indeed in the Smash zone, I feel like S2G could be snatching away that trophy from the hands of the arena.
I got a question. How many teams do you
Just
think
put
you're
your
gonna
hand
end?
up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We're back
I'm
at
near the desk here.
Yes. Hi, Jukes. You may speak.
Yeah, how many teams do you think are going to be in the Smash zone at the end of this?
I'll tell you. Hold on. Let's do something. Before we end the show here, Tomasz, can you actually pull up that overall once again for
Bring
us?
it up.
Just so we can set the tone here for what's going to be happening tomorrow, because it's going to be... Thank you. It's going to be quite interesting. From looking at this leaderboard right now, we got E-Arena at 112. Once again, to remind everybody, the threshold is going to be 122 tomorrow. I personally think we can have up to 6 teams on that Smash zone.
It's a good call.
Depending on how many games we end up playing, Max.
I'm going to say 4. I feel like 4 teams, even in like really PMMI was pushing the limits of the Smash ruling where, what was it, 5, almost 6 teams entering the Smash zone. But I feel like for this event, 4 teams. It's the amount of squad that will be entering that Smash zone.
I have to agree with you. I think 6 is a possibility. Absolutely a possibility. Based on
You can agree with me too. You're good. You're
I
good.
agree with both of them. More likely, it's gonna be 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we go all 6 matches. I think we're gonna see 6,
Wait, 6,
7,
six.
8 people in it. It's possible, baby. Come on, let's go.
Crazy.
Max.
You didn't see that. You didn't see that.
Rondo.
I saw it.
Rondo.
Wait, you think we're going to go 6 matches?
I think we can see. We go 6
Wait, but
matches.
you didn't answer the question.
What?
How many teams?
I'm gonna go with 7. I'm gonna go with 7 teams. It's gonna go all 6 games. Rondo, we're gonna see like 4 teams in that mid pack get like 10, 15 points, and it's gonna make the whole show wild. So you guys better be watching. It's gonna be awesome.
Wait, 7's getting in the Smash run. Well done.
Wow.
Congrats. Hey.
Yes! Finally! But yeah, for these teams, I can't wait to see what we're going to be seeing tomorrow. We saw many teams being able to step up here today on day 2 of PMWC at EWC 26. Thank you so much for joining us, Hot Jukes, Maxman, Neptura, the 7WG, Lays, the amazing interviews, and also Kalaris was able to join us today here in the studio, and all the casters with John Allen, Jackie, and Blanket, everybody in production. It has been a pleasure to bring you this day to 8 matches. What a marathon. Tomorrow, we could have 2 matches, 3, 4, 5,
Possible.
or 6, like Jukes is predicting here. Let us know on social media what many matches you think we're going to be getting. Use the hashtag EWC, hashtag EWC26. We'll be seeing you tomorrow for the final day of PMWC at EWC 26. Whoa.
Let's go.
Let's switch it.
What, you want yours back? King Mike.
This is the type of faceless animated videos that helped us grow our channel 10 times in 2025. And we created this.
You can call this a desk, it's more of a couch. But yeah, overall, I think I completely agree with you. Macro-wise, looking great. I do just want to kind of bring it back to Tiamba right now. They did drop in.
Max, don't leave me hanging. Come on.
Oh, sorry. Hey,
please go on.
Let's chat about Tiamba, right? We had a lot to talk about them today, didn't we, Lace? But they've dropped in a new sub now in Shallow. Milu's out for the time being. I think that the team definitely slowed down. Slowed down in a big way. It is hurting them a lot. We're not seeing those snap decisions anymore.
Yeah, it's not even like that they're trying to do something a little bit different. It's now just their strategy is not working for it's insane to see. They're still making the same strategies, the rotates, but when going into a fight now, they seem to be losing it, which they're playing their same game, but it's not working out for them. So I'm seeing what I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Me too. And one team that's been picking it up, especially here in the last couple of games too, has been OG. OG has been able to step it up. We saw them finish in the top 4 situation right there. And they've been seeing, we even saw them in Rondo being able to get eliminations too, switching it up a little bit more, using the Rondo, since they're able to revive people, trying to be more aggressive, Max.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see the aggression we witnessed from them back in their respective group, right? It kind of fizzled out. They've been more passive from time to time. But no, here actually a really good 2-2 split, maintaining that high ground position up north and sending 2 players down. I understand the reasoning behind it, but at the end, pushing that compound is incredibly rough onto Ida as we check out all of the winning teams of today. But I do want to highlight here before we do wrap up this desk, man, Ida finally gave up the drop onto Nigma Galaxy. Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
It's good, right? You know, getting a second place off the back of that is cool. I was almost expecting them to clutch up there versus S2G because that is very typical Ida, is just to get all the way to an end game and then just have a really silly win at the end of it.
Yeah, Ida, sorry, I'm thinking about Fudia because I saw them being able to get that chicken dinner earlier in the day. But Ida, yes, I agree with both of you. I'm glad that they finally just stopped doing that hot drop and decided to change the mentality because they were in last place before they decided to make that change. One team that's currently not in last place and is wanting to challenge that first place is none other than Fudia, and I believe Kalari's got a chance to talk to them.
Thank you very much, Kalari. You know, this is the sort of situation where I feel like Ida might just go back to Pachinko.
Oh, that would be a sight to see, that is for sure. But the plane's in the air, the island's down below. Aaron Gale's officially open for business. And oh man, if we see them go back to
they can't get to Gaka.
I know they can't, but they gotta adapt. You gotta be able to make those changes. They're able to push themselves outside of last place. 25 points on the board. If they get a good performance here, they absolutely can make a run for it. But let's see what happens. You got Vitality already out, heading towards Stalber. You got Aura going up towards...
Oh, crisis averted.
Yes,
they're going east.
They're going east. Good play. Ida making some adjustments.
Oh, hang on a minute. One of them's going... Dark is going east. And, okay, they're doing it. Okay, they're going for the Milton Peninsula, it seems. Going for a little bit of a split drop, sending Darkin out, grabbing a vehicle.
काम खराब हुई, बहुत ज़्यादा काम खराब हो गया थोड़ा.
Just because it's not Ida going to Pachinki doesn't mean anyone else can't go there, but I don't think anyone else has. So I was keeping track of that. There's a nasty circle for this sort of a plane path as well. Does a lot of work to push these teams close together. Sure, it has some of the military base in. It's just very, very unlikely. I would give it about maybe 10% likelihood that you're going over to that military base. Which isn't, it's non-zero.
It's not zero.
It's non-zero, but yeah, I feel like teams are going to really start to pack in around Quarry in about 5 minutes.
That's what I would do. Honestly, I'd probably make that timing a little bit shorter, especially if you're a team like Aurora, loot up military super fast, get moving across that bridge and secure those locations really early on, because with so much zone in the water, this is basically, this is essentially like a circle 3 at this point. There's not very many great spots available. You're going to have to get moving here pretty quickly. And you can also get moving inside the game and get yourself that Ninetales Fury Awe, guys. Go ahead and get in there quick. The Uzumaki Naruto event, by far one of the best collabs PUBG Mobile has ever done. Still around. don't miss out.
It's looking fresh. So if you missed the show match earlier, make sure that once this stream is done, go back and check it out.
Yeah.
It was mighty fun, and of course we had to let Alpha 7 win something, even though they didn't make it to the finals. Sucks for them. They were able to take that title there. The Hokages over on their own.
The Hokages.
In their own right. The little intro video as well. Revel looked super cool with that shadow clone.
Dude, that was the sickest
I really like that.
intro I've ever seen.
That was hot. That was hot.
Put that on the highlight reel.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Get it done. Enigma Galaxy going to be chasing down the truck, getting those supplies. Although, look like they're going to be doing so with very minimal weaponry there. Haven't been able to quite disable it before it leaves the city. Where's the weaponry? Come on. Shooting it as it leaves. They're dropping one or two more crates out. Finally, it's on fire. So a little bit slow to get this one dealt with. But finally, they find some weaponry they can use to pepper the back of the doors there. And they draw it too close. So they'll be able to leverage that. Zones still looking very dramatic on the southwest side. Nobody quite on the road, but 4 Thrives went to Primorsk very, very early, Dukes, which means that they will have the pick of the litter when it comes to taking a position into this next zone.
I like it.
The question for me is where do you go at this point when you know that everybody's going to be flooding out this way? For me, I feel like potentially some of the compounds to the east mouth of Quarry could be quite good, but transitions away from there can be difficult as well. And the reason I'm going for that is because I feel like I would want something that's at least on the south side, just in case it goes to military.
Yeah, I would take the hill above Ferry Pier. I think that's the strongest spot.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're right. That zone could, for some reason, it's been crazy today, right? It could yoink all the way back to Millie, and you have at least a decent spot to be able to get there pretty quickly. And then plus, if the zone does go in almost any other direction, you have that sight line of that field that's right above you. So you can get a lot of work done from that position. I wonder which team is going to decide to take it early. 4 Thrives heading into Primorsk so quickly, though, I think is an excellent decision, because if some reason that zone does go to Millie, with Primorsk secured, they should be able to at least find some boats and make a crazy rotation on in. So it's not a bad idea.
Enigma Galaxy getting out nice and quickly. Nongshim Red Force as well, moving in a little bit further south of this, and they will start to line the hills just north of Ferry Pier. Looks like they are the first 2 teams to really make that break for it outside of their looting phase.
HitPaw Video Enhancer is an AI video quality enhancer. You can easily convert low-resolution videos to high resolution, 360p to 1080p, 4K, up to 8K. No noise, pixel blocks, and jaggies. 4 incredible AI super resolution models can enhance almost any kind of video. General denoise model can improve real details, reduce noise, enlarge video to 2 times, 4 times, even 8 times without quality loss. Face model can fix deeply blurred faces and restore facial details like eyelashes and hair.
I even say it's a little one. It's a pretty big one here. It's 18 points between first and second. So E-Arena are going to continue to want to press that on there. At a certain point, though, John, especially if we see E-Arena like pop off in this game, I think the lobby is going to have to start taking notice of it, right? If you want to be able to slow them down from setting that point threshold so high, I think if you realize it's E-Arena by getting at least 1 elimination on them, you may want to put a little extra urgency on trying to take them out.
Maybe, but then again, if you do that, you could be sacrificing your own point scoring potential.
True.
And like if E-Arena are that far ahead already to be into the situation where it might be an idea to do that, I feel like you're already running into the situation where you're just trying to get up as many ladder points as you can, right? You're trying to just step up, get from 6th to 4th, something like that, go for those jumps. I feel like that's the sort of stuff you're looking to do. Maybe if you're at the bottom of the tables, you could, but even then, laddering up is still very, very valuable. So I feel like, unless it's like first place is on 150, second place is on 120, third place is on like 90, even lower, that maybe then the second place team could try and hot drop and go for something like that if you have that sort of advantage with not too many more games left to play. But outside of that very specific scenario, I feel like targeting E-Arena, I mean, given the form that they're on, probably just generally a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna, I think hot dropping in general of them is just terrible, no matter what the situation is. I just think that if you just somehow could see them, like for example, in the feed, you hear the shots.
Sure.
Maybe you do a little bit extra to try and take them out. As Godlike starting to make some noise. There's S-Power with the run over. No fear getting taken out, but Sleepy. Oh! We thought he was gonna get the thirst, but Godlike was right there to support his
यार ये मैच मैंने देखा नहीं था इसलिए लगाया हूँ.
Huge save there, right on time.
Arena are looking to come in for the
हाँ मैं दो मैच
west side
देखे
here.
नहीं थे.
They've already got a scout close
Late
by.
आया
They've
था.
seen the Elam feed lighting up as well. Manya looking to suppress with the nades. Good bounce. Finds Sky on the flush. Will Arena be here on time? And Tiamba are going to join in from the north side as well. They could have an impact as they roll on up towards this engagement. A lot of players down. And there go Horror. Taken out, knocked for 6, Godlike able to send them to the bleachers.
But here comes Tiamba looking to make things difficult for the side of Godlike. Admino is stuck with QZZ right there. Godlike get that fight done pretty quickly, but they're gonna have to make a sacrifice. Oh, the tire busted out from Anya and taken out as well. So man, Godlike just not able to catch a break here.
Tiamba able to rock in with a good third party there. Vitality a little bit late to get involved. Arena wanted to maybe think about it, but they were too spread out on the western side, and so couldn't get involved. But Tiamba were there nice and promptly. The circle in the meantime shifted back over towards the bridge. Ferry Pier is a hotbed right now. 4 drives, maybe burying the brunt.
That's just saw Coops in the elimination feed there.
That's unhealthy. That's not a good engine noise.
Here we go. Yeah, that does sound like that head gasket's in trouble here as Huzaifa is pushing up on closer to Furia. Oh, hops in the vehicle, hops back in, and now able to at least get a secure position. Ayala holding it down against 4 Thrives. It's a party at the beach. Ferry Pier is jam-packed.
Get your sunglasses out. Get your tanning oil on. It's going to get toasty very, very quickly as teams crunch on in. Maybe a little bit of calm, though, before this storm.
Oh, I don't know. It's feeling pretty disturbed right now because everybody wants those central positions. But you're right. It does look like the teams are able to secure most of them for now. Nongshim trying to get an opening knock here on the OG. They got to be careful here. They're getting mighty close. Oh, and Hyunbin gets that opening knock. Nongshim. Are they going to press this? Looks like they are. Hyunbin up close and personal. It's Nongshim Red Force versus OG, and OG are getting picked apart here. Aru's got to find a way to buy himself some time for his team.
Okay, well, I mean, a good answer over towards Nongshim. That knock over there is going well. In the meantime, Ulf lost a player. I believe that went over to 4 Thrives over in Ferry Pier as well. Zaru gets back in, looking for those reses.
He's going to get him.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Power.
Godlike.
Oh, S-Power with the double.
Godlike?
Godlike from the other side saying, we need some of these eliminations.
Just a cop left for Orangutan. Needs to get Aru back, and S-Power says, you know what? My work here is done. Peace out.
See ya.
Sends back. There are only 2 players. Staying there for too long would diminish the power of the position that Salme was holding, allow Tiamba in for the north. They needed to reinforce that, so the fact that they're able to extract points and let loose some of the pressure from that south side as well is excellent stuff, so he knows he needs to be prompt on that. The circle goes back over to the mainland. So we are confirming over there. Tiamba trying to leapfrog that godlike position. Looks like it's going well for now. Ida as well, trying to send in from this northeast side.
Get S2G over there by the Blues. They're going to have to come down that hill and find a way in. The thing is that's all open field there. You got Vitality holding the north side of the circle. You got one of the players from S2G. That's Kamikaze. He's going to be trying to get some angles here to see if he can find at least a next position for his team. But Ferry Pier, like we mentioned, completely stacked. Take a look at the replay here. Huzaifa. Ooh, nice shot there. And pick on the Solus.
Yeah, I mean, there's a complete broadside there. No way hiding from that one. In the meantime, Nongshim Red Force trying to hold down the bunker. Emre pokes his nose in. And will not like what he smells. A A little bit too much cordite there in the nostrils, and Emre does get flushed away. Nongshim Red Force hold their position on the east side of that ridge line that sits wooded and covered. They're playing on those bunkers as well. A really nice defensible position. Look at the teams out on the east side as well. You've got Ida, Flash, Aurora, Furia, all of them sort of holding each other at bay right now. So Nongshim Red Force feeling very safe and secure for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, next 3 minutes is going to work out for them, but then things are going to really start heating up here. On the north side, you got S2G now starting to press very, very close to Team Vitality. Yep, Razek just saw them, and they're going to be on the move here, possibly trying to avoid this fight, get in a more solidified position in this circle. Kamikaze just keeping an eye on the side of Vitality for now. This is still super early here, folks. This is only stage 3, but we've just seen so much action through the chaos of that first circle placement.
Yeah, it was really hard to navigate towards it. A lot of damage inflicted, and yeah, with Aura going down as well. We're down to 15 teams. A lot of raggedy squads on the cards as well, which makes things nasty for plenty of our players. Godlike and Orangutan, though, are both in central positions as their duos, which is kind of their saving grace in terms of survivability. They'll try and keep things going. E-Arena on the west side, holding around that quarry. They've left Schweppes actually onto the Primorsk Hill on the northeast side of it to be that off angle for them. But they're kind of keeping out of it for now. They're kind of chilling on the west side. So for E-Arena, we're still waiting to see what they've got for the rest of this game, because their path forwards may lead them to clash with Vitality or with Godlike.
You can see Schweppes, though, from E-Arena. He's all the way down in Ferry Pier, just getting some sight lines, getting some intel for the rest of his squad. Got to be careful not to get too close, though, to the side of Nigma Galaxy. Now you see Aurora Gaming. Let's see where this next zone's going to go, though. That's when the fight's really going to get started here. Zeol is going to eat a little bit of blue damage.
Save time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Let's see how to convert a big 4K video file into a more manageable 1080p one, and as a cherry on top, how you can upscale a 480p video into a 4K one. Hey everyone, I'm Dom from Wondershare Uniconverter. When it comes to converting video and audio files, there is only one converter tool that you'll ever need, and it's the Uniconverter's converter tool that we're also going to use in this video. So if you don't have the Uniconverter yet, go to videoconverter.wondershare.com and download it. You can download it for Windows and Mac as well. To convert a 4K video into a 1080p one, first you'll have to open the Uniconverter and click on the convert tool right up here. The next step is to import all of your 4K video files either by drag and dropping them or selecting them from your media browser. Okay, you have your files imported. The next thing you need to do is move your cursor down here and select the output format for all of these files on the list. We're going to convert them into the same format, only with a smaller resolution. So here I'll select 1080p. And then before initiating the process, I'll select an output folder so I know where to find the converted files. Now in this case we don't, but otherwise if you need to trim your videos, crop your videos, or add effects to them, you can easily do that right within the converter tool. You just need to hover the cursor over the video thumbnail here and click on these buttons. Okay, let's convert. Click on Start All. Now depending on how fast your computer is, this process can be super fast, but generally the converter in the Uniconverter is faster than other converters out there. Okay, the process is done. Now, in case you forgot to choose your own output folder, if you navigate over to the Finish tab up here, you can click on the folder icon next to the videos to access them in their containing folders. Alrighty, so we just converted 4K files to 1080p ones. But what if we need to do the opposite? Okay, before you think that we're just going to select a higher resolution in the converter tool, let me stop you right there. By simply converting a smaller resolution to a higher one, what happens is essentially stretching out the pixels within the file. this actually results in quality loss. Let me show you. This is a 480p video, and then it's converted to 4K, and it's not better at all. So what we need is a way where we can actually generate new pixels so the file could have a true 4K resolution. For this purpose, we're going to use the AI video enhancer tool in the Uniconverter. You'll find the tool in the AI lab, so open it up and import your video. As you can see, there are other features as well, but now we're only going to focus on the upscaler tool. So click on it. Now down here, you'll have to select either a 2x or 4x ratio. Now this clip is a 480p one. So with a 4x ratio, we can turn this into a full HD video. But if you want to turn a 1080p video into a 4K one, you only have to apply a 2x ratio. Okay, click on export.
For Ulf as well, I mean, it may be a struggle to fend off all the teams in Ferry Pier, but once they're there, they have a fairly isolated area, survive quite deep into this match, but the transition over to the hills can be very, very difficult, especially with two teams lining you up side to side. Vitality gonna have to make a break for it now.
Thank you,
they have to
Beauty.
roll out from the north edge.
And they're going to have to cross a lot of open field here. This is what I was talking about. This zone is not very kind to those teams that were playing on the edge position. Yeah, Team Vitality, you're just kind of waiting to hopefully have these teams in the middle start fighting so they can, you know, get a free rotation onto this next circle without too many eyes looking at them. But it's going to be a tough rotation. Yeah, Razy's going to be driving right back. Say, guys, it's pretty jam-packed down there.
No bueno. It is no bueno out in that open area. Enigma Galaxy finding the back tail of Al-Ula and able to drag that one back. Claws does fall as the arena is still trying to dislodge Godlike. There's Power with the shotgun, tries to find one, steps into a nade, but not before getting a knock. Now it's all up to saamne. Has got a nade cooking, still with the pin pull, drops it down, nearly finds it as Schweppes tries to move up to support Tourniquet and get that res. S-Power falls, and saamne has Mormon now to handle, gets the first lick in with that shotgun, and Mormon has to back up.
S-Power had that. It was such a fortunate nade there. saamne has the right-hand priority. That's what he needs. Catches it on the Mormon and gets the knock, but great teamwork there from Schweppes to get the nice 1v2.
Enigma Galaxy could potentially roll out and try and third-party that, but in the meantime, Vitality crashing up on towards Tianba's position, playing beneath Nongshim Red Force out to the east as Vitality have taken a knock out to their western point. They are still 4 players alive, but E-Arena are rolling out now. They can turn their attention that way. Steps onto a landmine, blasts his leg sideways, and down goes another Vitality player. They are getting torn apart as E-Arena descend as well, sending a 4th position. And I don't think they're going to last much longer. Ida trying to join the party, and Tiamba are now suffering. Darkin and Swain both on in the fight, taking huge swipes at this hold. And Tiamba may not have enough to hold everything off, but they will find the final blow towards Ida.
It's an open field battle here as teams are starting to crowd on in. And this is looking like an absolute battlefield. Tons of nades going down, and down goes Vitality. S2G joining the battle. 2 eliminations to their name so far. And with that fight, all that commotion happening, it allowed them to be able to get a more solidified position in this circle. Great timing from the side of S2G. E-Arena are like, hey, I don't care about the timing. We're just gonna push up and hit some crazy shots and put everybody on notice.
2 teams crashing onto Tiamba's position was enough of a smokescreen for E-Arena to be able to move up nicely. Despite not having one of their players with them, they are now on 5 eliminations. They've pushed past the 90-point barrier now, Jukes.
Wow.
It is a great result so far. 10 teams remain, but they're on the outside of the circle, and Enigma Galaxy are going to cause problems. They've seen what's happened, and they think, no, this can't stand. No, order. And they find, well, actually, it's S2G who find a shot onto Schweppes on the back line.
Stop that, said Enigma Galaxy, and honestly, the whole lobby needs to start really worrying about E-Arena here because the White Rabbits are starting to run away with this thing. Remember, $500,000 for first place, $250,000 for second. That's a big difference here, folks. Now we're going to see Enigma Galaxy. They got that knock.
Thank you, Sarah. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. Follow कर लेना अगर किसी ने follow नहीं किया हो तो.
Perfect situation for the lobby.
Mr. Fran, कैसे हो? क्या हाल चाल है, brother?
Super blessed in the zone. They are dead center It is really their game to take advantage of here.
And they're really hoping that E-Arena go down fairly soon, because then they can put a massive dent in the gap between these two squads. E-Arena, though, currently focused on Tianba and Nigma Galaxy. Nigma Galaxy find another knock, sending it over towards Schweppes. And I don't think this is going to be Reservoir. Mormon and Turney K now having to keep it together. On top of the 5 elims they found already. And Lost might have an angle on it as well, suppressing that angle, but Mormon goes down, can't hold face against Nigma Galaxy, and no knocks are sent their way either. Mormon gets flushed away as Schweppes does get back up. Meanwhile, over in Ferry Pier, Aurora, Alula, and Ulf all coming into the fight. It is getting chaotic down there. It's getting messy as well. Turney K, the last stand for E-Arena, and then Nigma Galaxy have to push into Tianba. And nobody's happy in Ferry Pier either. It has been non-stop action for the last 7 minutes.
Fight after fight after fight. These zones making things so difficult. And yes, Nigma Galaxy are now on the push. They want to be able to finish E-Arena out completely. They don't want them getting any more points. And I believe, yes, with that nade, that's... further and further and further.
Absolutely, but for Nongshim Red Force, this is a beautiful position. They were able to do a lot of damage to Furia, leaving them on 1 player alive. Flash are going to crunch in behind it. Potential to pick up points there. Aurora are going to have to leave into the sidelines of Nongshim Red Force. There is a big Elim potential game here if they can close it down, because they are in the driver's seat here and they need to keep control.
All these teams need it. They all need the shit container and all the eliminations.
Nice.
And that's Furia gone. Nongshim Red Force. Man, XZY with 5
Hello,
eliminations all by himself. Gonna have to make a play here. He's got the shotgun, but the suppressive fire from too many angles.
Mr. Farhan,
making
welcome,
things
bro.
difficult. Nongshim Red Force are still here though, but here's Bose from Team Flash. This nade could be big. Can he thread the needle through the window?
No.
Oh, so close.
Not quite on the first. Has another opportunity. S2G as well.
Second
Launches
chance.
another one. Don't think that went. Oh, no way. I didn't think that one went through, but it did. And down goes this Nongshim push. They flexed out from their position, Jukes. It felt like maybe it was the right time to do it, but they underestimated the chaos on the eastern side, and they've let slip the strongest spot in the circle, and they will leave it all up to So Easy. A real big opportunity for them to put a massive jump up on the tables. They can still do very well from this location, but they have really had the juice squeezed out of them.
You're so right. I mean, they put some good, solid points on the board, but it could have been a whole lot more, that's for sure. Let's see who can take advantage of these missteps. Nigma Galaxy are still here. 4 eliminations. Aurora with 5. Big win here could put them all the way up to second place very, very easily. Tianba right there close as well. Team Flash, yeah, with that last player, Bose, just trying to soak up anything for his team at this point. Next circle does go, and up, and it is going to be down to that southwestern side. Nigma Galaxy barely have a position here, but this is all open field. It's time to hit the deck and hit some shots. Satan getting peppered from both sides. He goes down.
He was waiting to take a shot over towards Tianba as well, but S2G take their turn at Tianba, but it's not going to go well for anyone, really. Nigma Galaxy trying to step up, S2G trying to move in, but nobody can find an opening. Thanks to the suppression from Aurora. Solke goes down, and Tianba are holding their nerve, but only 1 player now left standing. QZZ against Kamikaze over the bonnet, tries to find the shots. 3 rounds now left in the back chain before the S12K gets the reload, but it's not enough. Kamikaze keeps S2G in there, and Solke may get back to his feet. They don't have a lot of time, though, because the zone is moving in.
This area is looking like a dang blender. Shots happening all around in every single direction. You gotta find a way out, though, as Doc now on the push, looking to shut things down, getting up close and personal, but it's Coops. Coops on fire, literally now, as those nades, Molotovs, too strong.
Oh, no.
Coops by himself could not hang on.
And now Aurora ramp up the heat, turning up the thermostat on the lobby. But in the meantime, S2G, they may just get themselves back up to 4 players alive here, Jukes, which is kind of crazy, given the chaos that just unfolded at their feet. Remember, Tianba were there. They were taken down just about with the assist coming in. And Nongshim Red Force still alive, by the way, with their solo player up and into 3rd place guaranteed. It's a little bit less efficacious than they might like to be, given what the position that they held, but they'll take it.
Huge game, huge game. Honestly, if So Easy can play this quietly, he can disrupt this pretty big time. But you can see S2G, they get the full reset, and we get to see them bust out the welding gun as well. So they're going to have their vehicle all set up. As far as when it comes to zone control, though, it's all Aurora. They have this entire zone locked down. But the thing was, they had this advantage before against a team of Nongshim Red Force, and they lost that game. This is their chance to make up for it and secure this chicken dinner.
S2G on the ferry, but lost, gets spotted. That is Nongshim Red Force's solo, striking out wide. The point gets taken away from him, but diminishes the power of S2G, maybe gives him a little route in, but already Aurora have flexed 2 players out. I think they're going to be able to deal with this, unless a nade lands on Top's head. Launches it forwards as he spotted it. Ooh, nearly, but not quite. Has to march in, making the mad dash, and Top actually not quite connecting. Has another nade to pull. Top trying to trade it off, and Aurora can really sequester themselves into this angle. Doesn't spot the nade, goes boom right next to his ear, but doesn't quite burst the drum.
That was a prediction nade, though. He knew that he was going to run up, so he threw it ahead of him and got some really good damage on the So Easy. But he is able to get away for now. Here he goes, though. Here comes some more util from the side of Aurora.
They've lost him.
They're spending a lot of time focusing on this one player of Nongshim Red Force who is refusing to go down.
Drops a nade right in front of them. Top steps up, nearly goes down again. They're having real trouble here, and S2G not really having an impact so far. The zone's starting to close all the way, and So Easy just about holding on. But dear life, as Reaper steps into the fight, the DBS there in hand, not quite enough, and down they go. Now S2G up on the chopping block, looking to try and do something, but that nade is big, and the next one is bigger. Takes a huge chunk out of S2G, and Sulke trying to stay alive desperately, but he crawls onto the nade, and it blasts his belly open. Aurora swing out from Ferry Pier and find a chicken dinner.
And it's about time. Aurora clutching it up. They wanted that chicken dinner earlier, weren't able to get it, but in this one, they...
Wow, this is so cool. This is a new instrument by Fader, and it is called Siren. It's an instrument you control with words. So let me show you how it works. All you have to do is type in a sound here.
Absolutely, great stuff. It's exactly what you want to see. It's been said of Aurora before, right, that they're a team that needs to ramp up in pace. They do need a little bit of time to get into gear, and maybe that's what we're seeing here, right? Maybe they are going to be able to find that ramp up over the next, the rest of the matches today and in the games tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's going to be right on time, too, because E-Arena have been extremely consistent today. Even when they went out now, they still put up 5 points on the board. So they're the biggest threat in this lobby here. Because remember, folks, at the end of these next 3 matches, that smash point threshold is going to be set tomorrow. Once those 10 points are crossed, the next chicken dinner, that is it. We will crown some champions. So E-Arena's job today is to just set that threshold as high as possible, and they're doing a dang good job of it.
They are, but even in that match, like a lot of the teams towards the top side of those tables were able to put up some decent games.
That's
right?
True.
You had Ulf, who was staying in fairly late, S2G fairly deep into that one, Nongshim Red Force. Maybe could have got a little bit deeper if they hadn't gone for that push-up, but still getting into 3rd place into that match was really, really great for them. A lot of teams putting up some big numbers, and sure, they put up 5, and I do praise teams for being able to do that sort of thing, but everybody is on the hunt. Everybody's hounding them down. So for Arena, it might be okay, but you can't have a tortoise and a hare situation. You need to keep the pace up. You cannot let sleeping dogs lie, because they will find you and they will take you out of that top spot. It's all to play for. One more Erangel today before we move on to our final set of
Welcome,
Miramars.
Barry.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, Joe. मेरा फेवरेट बंदा आ रहा है पोपो को। कौन कौन आ रहा है? कौन आ रहा है? किसकी टॉप पे पिक लगी? किसकी टॉप पे पिक लगी? कहाँ लगी? किसकी टॉप पे पिक लगी है?
It is time to introduce our team.
Obviously, I'm here to support Godlike Esports. This is one region that was, never considered to be very aggressive in general. But with Godlike Esports, the thinking has changed, and these guys have shown the character. Watching them perform on the biggest stage, I think it's a pride, a moment of pride and honor for us.
The team is like a very celebrated team in India. Like, it has a huge fan base, amazing lineups, amazing achievements.
Godlike got that nice nade off the top side from Adamino. It'll be a great start for Godlike. Jukes get some early energy into today's games.
Oh boy! Wow, throwing that nade up the stairs, catching him off. Necessary's holding those angles. He's doing those tight peaks. He's been throwing heat-seeking missiles all game long and opening the fight for his team. A full 4v4. S2G tried to catch a couple of their players.
इधर है कहाँ पे? हुई शो कहाँ पे लगी?
In this moment, Adamino for the closing play as Godlike take this chicken dinner with ease.
The most memorable event has to be the map of Rondo, where Godlike came up with 30 points. As everyone, used to call our region as not so aggressive or passive, and a lot of things like that. But again, Godlike Esports proved with their firepower and with their composure that we do have that firepower. We can also go for big games.
For us, it was like a very unexpected turns of event that we qualified for grand finals. Like, I don't think anyone in India or anyone in our team must have imagined us playing our first international tournament and straight up qualifying for grand finals. So when that moment happened, we all went crazy. Like, all of us, the Godlike family, everyone in India, we were all celebrating, and honestly, I will never forget that.
The fans over here, the love for the game, it has been amazing, and we are having a great time over here till now. Yeah, I always had this dream to go and visit the Eiffel Tower, and it was a dream come true moment for me.
Aurora getting a chicken dinner, but before we break down that match, we wanted to get a club championship update, and I'm joined by none other than Glitter Explosion. As some of you guys know her as Senorita Glitter. Tell us what's going on with the club championship.
All right, we're just going to do a quick update here because we've got some seriously cool stuff going on in chess. Obviously, grand finals here today. Third, fourth decider match also happened. That was between two Falcons players for third and fourth place, so it didn't matter who won. They were getting those third place.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With only a few clicks with Toonby, you can generate a high-converting video.
Our leaderboard by 500 points. Now, it looks big right now, but over at the STC Arena, Falcons are still in the discussion. They're in quarterfinals. They will be facing off against Twisted Minds later on today, and if they're able to win, that's going to be another chunk of points in the favor of Falcons. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
It will be interesting, especially because Aurora just got to win here. They want to be in the top A because they want to get those points as well. Before I let you go, any team that has surprised you today?
I'm not going to lie, I'm loving the bounce back right now out of Godlike. They put some serious elims up on the board, so shout out to Godlike.
Hey, right on. Thanks. Actually, spot on.
ये कौन है?
You can go back and
मैं पहली बार
keep
देख
on looking for updates, okay? I want to see what else is going on with the other club championships, and I want to see what else is going on here at PMWC at EWC 26 because some of these squads, especially Aurora Max, getting that chicken dinner. But before we even do that, let's talk about the PMWC Lucky Spin. Available now. You can check out the Electron Energy set, the Proton Power set, and also that Alien Fusion Grossa, which I want. And I'm still trying to get, and I'm going to continue to try to get. So make sure you guys check that out. This was co-created with PvP creator Nana. Make sure you log into PUBG Mobile, get that lucky spin before it goes away to get your PMWC swag. But now, Aurora, yes, that's right. Look at this man. This man is absolutely ready. He's been cheering for Aurora for the longest time. But Max, We got a chance to see them play that so well too, and just pretty much like a boa constrictor, just squishing everybody in.
Oh, yeah, like a snake. Well, they weren't really snaking in, actually. They were just dominating and eliminating everyone. But, like, finally, no throw from Aurora Neptura.
Yeah.
They made it. They saw it through until the very end. And we actually see Ziola. I said he was very impressive. I wanted to see more from Reefus and Doc. We finally got it. Reefus 4 eliminations, Doc 3. But in particular, what's very important is that before going onto that ridgeline north of that road sign, Neptura, they eliminate every single team down there, get rid of all the stragglers. You had Ulf, you had Al Ula, you had Four Thrives, and you also had Nongshim Red Force at one point. Get rid of all of those players before playing that ridge. That was so well executed by the boys.
Yeah, it was really nice to see that, and also learning from the Rondo, right, where they just played it way too slowly. Yes, they had more terrain to work with in this game, but you could see the momentum. They just went from 0 to 100. Once they had gotten cleared everybody, gotten all of those eliminations, they moved in and tried to corral S2G. S2G let that happen just a little bit. I would much preferred a better fight from them for sure. But for Aurora, that was much better, much more what we're used to seeing from them. This is a herding team. They control teams. Teams don't control them. And right now, this was them controlling teams.
I literally wrote down on my notes that, oh, S2G, they looked really good at that sort of northern side. This should be a nice win from them. They got the hovercraft, you know. But no, I have to agree, Aurora played that incredibly well, and they were able to take that time to make that spacing. But also, did you notice like Nongshim so easy causing a little bit of chaos as the solo player between these two full teams? I mean, that was kind of crazy to see as well. I was looking at S2G, obviously, to have that, you know, they were denying the flank from Flash coming around to them. They had a nice 2-2 split on that north side. Soul game with the hovercraft, we're going to bring that up again, but yeah, a little bit rough for them. So the way that Aurora were able to calculate that with a little bit of annoyance from Nongshim so easy, great play.
Talking about Nongshim, they were able to put up some good points as well here in this match. 13 points as well with S2G, 13 points. Max, which one are you looking at? I see you ready to talk.
Yeah, because Nongshim Red Force, sure, they gave themselves 13 points. It's eliminations, 5 placement points. I feel like they threw that game. Generally, I think they could have at least bare minimum gotten a top 2 in that position, if not an actual chicken dinner. But then Furia, which is not on Longwood. They're not even on the dip on top of Longwood. Then like this one shed on a little plateau below them. And they get an opening knock, and I'm like, okay, great. Nongshim Red Force maintain the pressure, maybe chuck a Molotov or a grenade. They fully crash the shed, and then Flash are like, what the hell are you doing? We're just going to do a counter grenade and Molotov and swipe the entirety of Nongshim Red Force. If they just held their position, they would be where So Easy was. You said So Easy was trolling. If you had a full team, there would be giga trolling. But I feel like, yeah, Nongshim Red Force, sometimes they get great games, and sometimes they do some of the biggest fumbles in a tournament. It hurts. It really does.
I think it's a great example of something that happens at every level, as we're seeing here, right? Where you get this, that you get tempted to actually full send into a position, but you got to really think about why that team that you're fighting fell down so easily. Generally, it's because the position is bad for one reason or another. It's very constricted there. There's a little ridge around that shack. It's very, very nadeable. Lots of areas to bounce those that utility off. So if you're gonna push something like that, or if you're fighting against, hang on a second. If you're fighting against them, right, you don't push that, because then you yourself get naded as well. It's very nadeable for a reason.
Yeah, and that match was a perfect example of what can happen whenever you end up just catching up even more to that first place. Arena ended up getting 5 points. You can see Aurora Gaming just jump up to that second place with 81 points. What was a 1 point and 18 point gap to that second place has just now closed up to 9 points.
I'm so happy to see it, because we saw throughout the entirety of today, right, they were a podium team at the very start, slipping, getting almost nothing done. They were in
American Edge, welcome, bro.
Now with that chicken dinner, rocketing right at the very top here, just behind E-Arena with their 81 points. Literally, the only team single-digit points away from our current pack leader of E-Arena. But the thing is, very
आज प्रोग्राम बढ़ गया यार. अरे thank you brother, love you हो गया. क्या ही बात, बल्ले बब्बर शेर. Thank you brother, thank you so much यार.
And then 2
आज 40 का प्रोग्राम बढ़ गया यार.
Tend to do quite well on Miramar typically, so we'll see how that goes. Again, yeah, they can be
कल फाइनल है, कल देखो क्या बनता है. कल 40 पॉइंट इन्होंने कर लिए ना पहले 2 मैचों में. तो फिर तो कुछ हो जाएगा, नहीं तो फिर प्रोग्राम खराब. 2 मैच का चांस है
now, but there's quite a bit of a gap between them and Four Thrives, so even further down the leaderboard, we're starting to see those gaps emerge.
Yeah, Lace, for some of these teams here in the second page, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on them, because at one point we're going to have to start cutting them out, because that point gap is just too much. And keep in mind, going into tomorrow, that smash roll is going to be up play, and it's going to be plus 10 points of whatever first place ends up with.
Yeah, and it's strange because, like, I know me and Neptura were having a look at Godlike, right? And they're making such calculated and well played. And then I even sort of said, God damn, they're so strong as just a little duo. Why don't they just kind of like go in that little map and do their thing? But it's just unfortunate, you know, they were getting like 7 elims in that spot, but just not making it any further. And I sort of touched about that.
वो तुमने बना लेना था, वो connect कर लेना था
these great like close range fights, capitalizing on it, winning it, and then like you were saying, moving back in and not
the
other teams are sort of circulating because they're doing that too late in the game. But I do feel we've seen it before. Aurora just did it. They can just have this great game, and that will push them up a lot further because they're getting the elims. They'll be able to do it.
And they definitely need it, especially where they are.
12 बजे फिर एक्टिव हो गए, नहीं तो फिर नहीं होना.
The performance that they have had today, but we need to see a lot more out of Godlike because they are truly just so
Far
far away from the first place. And at the end of the day, you want to be in first place. That's what they're going to be hunting down. By the way, special shout out earlier on to Hot Jukes and John for casting those first 5 games. But now it's time for the main show. Yeah, it's okay. I still got you, baby. For Blank and Jackie.
Oh, mate. All right, that's one hell of a setup. Thank you, Seven. We appreciate it. Some great points being raised there. Indeed. There's some good breakdown. Got all the fans, of course, enjoying themselves. Saw it over there. They had the
Welcome.
we don't have one of those, unfortunately.
We've got love for snacks right now, which is cool. We've also got OG and Godlike behind, which is always good to see too. The support is unreal inside the arena at the moment, as per usual. It has been awesome all the way throughout the tournament, but we do have a lot of people with us this time. So we're going to get a little bit crazy with it because I imagine, finish off the day, you know, it's been a long day, all right? We might have some mad circles to finish things off.
Yeah, do you reckon?
I reckon.
Should we make sure there's still some good energy left in the crowd? But
we could try, yeah.
Right then, Paris, a few games left to go today. Let's see how much energy we've got. Let's make some noise in the building! All right, that's what I wanted. Proud of you, Paris. You've been killing it here at PMWC, and we'll keep the commentary flowing as the games go on. We can lock in as we start to get towards the end of the day. It's been enticing, Blank. Some good quality PUBG Mobile coming out, but I'm excited to see if there's any more twists in the narrative.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for some twists, some turns at the end of the day.
Design the perfect voice for your brand with 11 Labs.
Thanks for sending.
Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Do that anymore. Which honestly, I think it's a fair shout. I think, you know what, 4 different members of the talent team spoke to Ralph about that yesterday. We were kind of making sure we can get that one across as many ways as possible. It seems like the message has been sent out.
Yeah, it was like, it was coded through Ralph for Ida.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? Ralph was very pleasant about it. He was like, I don't think they should be doing it.
Like, we keep getting points.
Yeah, they were. I mean, I think we got about 12 elims off the back of it, which is kind of sick, honestly. It's a good amount of points. We do get our plane path down from the south side all the way to the north. You see there, Aaron and Scarface currently topping the leaderboard in terms of damage, which is a surprising statistic for me. They've been very, very consistent throughout. I'm glad to see Aaron there. Hasn't quite beaten out Scarface just yet, but I'm glad that Scarface has been the rock so far for Ulf. He has kept that team steady throughout. The suspension system for the Ulf vehicle, which will need to make a move down towards the south side of the map, but it gives a good game here for Aurora, who have been baiting us for multiple years for a massive win at an international, and they might just be giving us it here at PMWC, at EWC 2026.
God, we keep getting these sort of circles, man. Once again, right, you hit the nail on the head. It's happened. Suznovka, the military island in play. Like you said, maybe this is the blessing. Like perfect drop spot, perfect end game potentially for a team like Aurora, who do feel like they've kind of locked it in a bit. So we'll see. We'll stick with it. Potential for a lot of early fights. You got Flash taking on OG early as Aru's already down. Tiamba amongst it as well. Couple of squads looking to get stuck in instantly then.
The revolver to the dome there. Well, unfortunate for guys over on OG. Flash seems okay though, get themselves back up on their feet. Like you say though, we got Aura on screen. Eagle. Explosive bow. Almost hit it as well. A little bit of pinpoint accuracy with the arrows. Jiggle. Dropping some ammo across. Everyone's a little bit low right now. Level 1 vest, a little bit difficult. I might have been actually just dropping some of the bandies over. Well, Sleepy is having a troublesome time getting towards them. I think he's in an awkward spot. Sky, though, is coming in from the other side of things. He's over towards the north side of Saverny, so this is a long exit for both squads. I don't think any team wants to be here. Tiamba, as well as Aura, stuck in this awkward engagement. Eagle with a honey badger at distance on the sidelines. E-Arena also swinging by, but they should get gone.
Very much an early stalemate that no one really wants to overly commit to. With that first domino to fall, it's going to be a nightmare. You want to get out of this very cleanly as well. Losing one or at worst two players, even if you do take down the other squad and get a full 4 points from it, this is going to be a major detriment to your run with how few games we have left today.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing though for this in particular is the playing path from the south side up towards the north, and because we had this big southern circle that is pretty much committed to Sosnovka. This is not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
It meant that a lot of teams dropped out early on the playing path to get looted up early. So you do have the likes of S2G, Aurora, Fourth Thrives, Ida, Alula, as well as Nongshim Red Force already in Sosnovka. This place is getting very busy very quickly. Tiamba moves up. Ahora's already getting themselves into a vehicle. Uzi in play, tries to get the damage across. There will be a shot from Shallow though. Really good stuff there with the QBZ. Get some damage in. Jiggle. Line and wait. Could be a dangerous trap in play. QZZ trying to get around the side. Eagle will just run down Sleepy. They don't know. They do not know. He is hidden. Blending in to the rust.
Man, how has he got away with this for so long? He's just there, down on the deck. No one knows about Jiggle.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
The sidearm.
There's... Are you blind?
He's a master of camouflage. That's insane. Wow, they actually leave. They actually go.
That's wild. We're playing some kind of game where you go in as a small white man and you have to be painted against things. And he's done exactly that.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe he's become the chameleon in that situation. That's wild. But well played to him.
Yeah, mega mechanics there.
Hoping that goes to mechanics.
Artistry.
He's prone. That's a lovely prone.
Never seen anything like it.
A beautiful prone on him.
Got away with that one. Liberties. Yeah. Absolute liberties.
Dear me. PUBG Mobile Chameleon. Right here, right now at PMWC. If you want to get yourself some skins to allow you to blend in, well, this is not the one for you because the Uzumaki Naruto event is now on with the Naruto character set as well as the Ninetales Fury Org. S-Power bringing a lot of fury to the lobby at the moment as well. Talking to Max earlier, he was saying that S-Power right now probably the only player at a